This is my Karl Marx costume.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So, you ready to start the Halloween special?
I'm ready. I'm ready to start the Halloween
All right.
special.
So, Halloween episodes are hard for me because I'm a huge fan of horror movies, and especially 80s and 90s horror movies. That was kind of like what I grew up on. So
Yeah.
it's always hard to narrow down to two. And last year, surprisingly, the Italian horror movie did really well. People really liked that one. Like the panel just spoke for 3-4 hours on that one movie, which is the longest we've ever had. So I figured I'd go with another one along those lines, and I picked one that was nowhere near that. So the very first movie I picked is one of Wes Craven's most underrated one, probably one of the best ones.
Okay.
So the very first movie we're going to watch tonight is
Shocker.
So, as you know, I don't tell anyone what these movies are, and Ross has been trying to guess for a month on what this movie is going to be.
Yeah.
He guessed that one almost immediately, but I kept saying no. But we are going to watch Wes Craven's Shocker.
Shocker. That's great.
If you wouldn't mind just reading a little bit of the back of what the movie's about.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to read.
Master of Horror Wes Craven directs this exciting visual treat which introduces a diabolical mass murderer who harnesses electricity for unimaginable killing powers. Wow.
Shut up, bitch! Wanna watch?
About to be electrocuted for a catalog of heinous crimes, the unrepentant Horace Pinker transforms into a terrifying energy source. Only young athlete Jonathan Parker, with an uncanny connection to Pinker through bizarre dreams, can fight the powerful demon. The two dive in and out of television programs, chasing each other from channel to channel through stunning scenes of disaster, game shows, and old reruns.
Which is one of my favorite chase scenes ever. The chase scene towards the end the climax is so good. They did such a great job with this.
Very
But yeah, you ready to watch Wes Craven's, honestly think his most underrated movie?
Sure, yeah,
right.
I'm ready.
Well, then let's go.
Let's one shot.
Let's go.
What are you waiting for, dickhead? You wanna fry me? Then do it, you fucking insect!
Well, we're back from Shocker.
Woo! That was shocking.
Yeah. Well, you ready to be shocked by the next movie we think?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, so this is one that you haven't guessed.
Yeah.
You made a bunch of guesses, and you did guess Shocker correctly,
Yeah.
but I kept saying no. So
Yeah.
you had no idea that that's what we're watching.
So I guess this one too, right?
This one
never
guessed it, but I know you like it because this is one of my favorites. Now, this DVD has 2 movies on it. It's one of those double features. So we're only going to watch the first one.
Right.
We're not going to watch the second one. The second one is the sequel, but we're only going to watch the first one. I'll give you.
Now my brain's going.
I could really give you a clue. The sequel has Bruce Campbell in it.
Congo?
But now you're throwing stuff at me?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Waxworks. Wow. Yes.
Remember this one?
I do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a good one.
This one I'm really excited about. I haven't seen this one at least 20 years. It's probably since I've seen this one. It's been a long time, but I remember watching it when we watched it when we were younger. I remember watching it at your mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying your mom's house, like actually your mom's house.
Yeah, of course.
And like we were both thought this was the coolest movie. Like when we watched it back, we thought it was so cool, and I hope it holds up.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I remember the little guy. But yeah, I don't think I saw the second one. You said that Bruce Campbell was in the second one. Huh?
Yeah, Bruce Campbell's in the second one. Not a huge role, but he's in it.
Oh, sure. It's only a flesh wound.
At least I think it's the second. I hope it's not the first one. I could be wrong, and it could be the first one, but I'm pretty sure it's the second one.
We'll see what the credits are.
So, but if you want to quickly just read a little bit of what the first one is, ignore the second one, just the first movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah.
Mystical place where every picture tells a horror story. The perfect midnight showing is about to begin, and the scariest bunch of drips you ever met.
Yeah, your glasses are fogging up.
Let's see, Gremlin star Zach Galligan, co-stars in this comedy and thrillers, and Deborah Foreman.
Tomorrow I want a 20-page essay on the subject. Now sit down.
Inside the Wax Museum, a group of teenagers are here's to the haunting, lifelike wax displays of Dracula, Wolfman, and the Mummy, and other character members of the Horror Hall of Fame. Each display is perfectly grotesque, but yet each is missing one thing: a victim. Admission to the Waxworks was free, but now they have to pay with their lives. One by one, the students are drawn into the settings as objects of the bloodthirst creatures. They are now part of the permanent collection. No movie you've ever seen before can hold a candle to Waxworks.
I think dictators are the bad people. They have the shouting voices and the small mustaches.
There you go.
That's cheesy.
Perfect. It's a cheesy one, but
that last line. Yeah.
It is, but it's such a great concept, though. Like, well, we'll see when we watch it. But you ready to watch just the first Waxwork?
Yeah, man. I can't wait.
Okay,
And then we're gonna watch the next one, right? After that.
No,
Just watch it. Okay.
Maybe next year.
All right.
All right, let's go.
I see you're interested in my waxworks.
We're done with both movies.
Oh, yeah.
We
We
watched
are.
Shocker and Waxwork 1. We didn't get to 2, but it's been a long day. Setting this up was fun. It's fun. I'm just a little on the warm side, just being Doc Holliday. You know,
Imagine what they did.
What's that?
Imagine what they did back then.
I know. I can't imagine like wearing all this and the hat in the desert sun. Like,
They stunk.
oh my god, that smell would be
They
amazing.
must have.
Especially with the horses.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess the people didn't smell so bad if everything around smelled worse.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I'm good to Doc Holliday today, so
Yeah,
keep wanting to say Doc Hollywood and fuck that up. So I
Just say Wyatt Earp. You look like Wyatt Earp.
I'm not Wyatt Earp though. I'm Val Kilmer. Goddammit, Val Kilmer.
Oh, all right.
I apologize. I forgot you were there. You may go now.
Yeah.
But and you are Dr. West.
Dr. West, yes. Herbert West.
Herbert West.
Yep.
You've got oh yeah, well.
Blasphemy? Before what God?
Yeah, because I mean, like we're at the what I thought was your haunted cabin, because everyone talks about how it's haunted because things move around and we find out no, you're just reanimating the dead.
Yes.
So it's not really haunted, just
Yeah.
the dead coming back.
All these guys wanted to watch.
Yeah, they're all coming back soon. But yeah, all right. Well, we can get going. The first movie we watched was Wes Craven's Shocker.
You on drugs or what? It's away! I gave you a show.
Let's get out of here.
So
Shocker it
It
was.
shocked the hell out of me.
so how I usually
I forgot about it.
it's so shocking. You forgot. The subtitle, it's Wes Craven's Shocker, No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Come on! Give it to me!
Which the theme music is No More Mr. Nice Guy, played by Dave Mustaine and Megadeth. And it's
But fun.
so Mustaine-y.
Yeah.
It just that voice is...
But Alice Cooper, right? Like,
Well, I think Alice Cooper may have wrote it. I don't know who wrote it. Alice Cooper did do a version of it first, but I don't know if he wrote it or not. But then the... So the reason I picked this one is one that Wes Craven did soon after, I think, the third Nightmare on Elm Street. Because he did the first one. The second one, I don't know if you've ever seen the second one. It's kind of like a notorious gay anthem.
Something is trying to get inside my body. Yeah, and she's female, and she's waiting for you in the cabana. And you want to sleep with me.
And Wes Craven had nothing to do with it. And he came back and kind of produced the third one. And the third one wasn't as good as the first, but it was actually really good. And that was supposed to be the end of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. So then he came and started Shocker. And I think if you look at this, you can kind of tell he wanted to do a new series out of it. Like this wasn't meant to be a single movie because it was kind of set up.
Don't ever turn the TV on, boy. I'll be there. I'll be there waiting for you.
But even like the opening is almost the same opening as Nightmare on Elm Street. Because Nightmare on Elm Street is Freddy building his glove and with music playing. This was him like wiring and fixing it because he's a TV repairman. So he's doing the same thing, dropping the solder on his boots and all that. Yeah. So with No More Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, no. It was the Kiss song.
Yes.
Was the opening.
Yeah. And we couldn't figure out if it was Stan Lee or...
Or the Kiss, or was the singer of Kiss, or the guitar player Kiss, what was his name?
Stan?
Stan?
Stanley, something Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
Stan Lee, the comic book guy?
No, it's something Stanley.
So don't look it up. It's kind of fun trying to figure it out.
I know what it is. I just can't think of it.
But I think I'm pretty sure it was him singing.
Seems like Chris Stanley or Chris Starr or something like that.
Yes, something with Stan. There's something Stan in it.
We thought it was Stan Lee who did it, and then we had named everybody on this.
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley. But then it was like, it was Paul Stan Lee.
Staley.
Yeah, but yeah, so we had but it was, and Paul Stanley.
See? Not Stanley.
But yeah, you could kind of tell that he was wanting to do trying to do another franchise setup, which he failed with this one because this movie bombed horribly.
Mm-hmm. A lot of vibes, yeah.
It was overall, before we get into what happened, it was a fun concept, just not well executed.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
It was a great concept, but there was major holes that just leave you like guessing what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a lot of like lulls, just like, well, and
lots of lulls.
I don't like critiquing actors and actors a whole lot, but my God, the girlfriend, her acting was, all she did was whispering. She didn't deliver a single line. It was, hello. That's one thing I remember about the actor. She doesn't speak, she whispers everything. Listen. I don't hear it.
Jonathan Parker, I love you so much.
It's like,
and the main guy you just didn't like. Like he never redeemed himself. He was not like somebody you're rooting for.
Yeah, because the only really character development was the very beginning. The coach kind of just exposition dumped who the character was.
Yep.
He's like, you're the best athlete, blah, blah, you just don't commit yourself, blah, 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 and just laid it all out. And it's like, instead of showing who it was, that's not trusting your audience. Yeah. That's just like, all right, we got to tell you flat out this is who this character is, instead of showing.
You come up the hard way. You got great talent.
How it starts out, again, I've said we went through him kind of wiring a TV up, or you don't know who it is, but it's the mystery of that. And then we go to our main character's football practice.
Yeah, which was like, felt like long and not needed.
But it established, the 30-year-old in high school.
Sure, yeah. I feel like with both movies, we never knew what age
no point
the kids were in high school.
Clear if they were in high school or college.
But they all looked in their late 20s. Because
it's the 80s, everybody looked old. Like, they looked 45.
But it was also the 80s where 28-year-olds played 16-year-olds.
Yes.
They did that a lot, and that's what this was. But he's at his football practice. You see I love the shot of the shadow of the Steadicam operator, just clear as day. Like, just really amateurish, like, mistakes like that.
That was a funny
one. Like, how an editor didn't see that. Like, all right, well, we can crop around this.
I mean, that was a hell of a movie to edit. I'm sure all the stuff that they had to edit that was least on their.
I know, but still,
like, he just threw shit at him.
But it wasn't like a shot like, oh, we need this, we'll deal with this error. It was like, it was a fill shot and an error in a fill shot. Like, he's playing, he gets knocked down, his coach basically lays out who he is, and then he, shows how good he is, out tricks everyone, and then while he's showboating, he runs into the goalpost and knocks himself unconscious.
Which I didn't really care that he knocked himself unconscious. They just like laughed at him.
Right.
Or like was like, get up, you puss.
Yeah, they just stood up and like, why he's like, oh, I might have a concussion. They're like, you're an idiot. Come on, yeah. Come on, take another hit. Get up and take another hit.
Exactly.
That's more like it, John. That's concentration.
I guess there's a mentality there.
Yeah. The football mentality. Just rub some dirt in it. You have a concussion, rub some dirt in it.
They didn't know any better.
Yeah, take some NyQuil. And then that's where they introduced the girlfriend, because while he's trying to come to, I actually thought it was kind of a nice little introduction to, because she comes up and she's like, he pretends like he doesn't know who she is. And she's like, well, we've been dating. The first time we went out, you asked me to bear your children. And he's like, well, did you?
We haven't had children yet. We haven't even slept together.
I thought it was kind of sweet. It showed them goofing around, and they had a lighthearted relationship. But again, she just whispered all her lines, and it kind of.
And I didn't realize that until
Took me out of it,
you
yeah.
pointed it out. And then I couldn't unhear it. It was horrible.
Yeah,
Even when she was a ghost or whatever she was. Before she wasn't a hologram. Now she's a hologram.
It's a spirit, not a hologram.
I mean, okay, whatever.
I'm notorious for that. I'm the one, when you go to the cinema, I'll see a dead pixel, like you see that blue dead pixel, and then you're like, damn it, now the whole movie you see a blue dead pixel. That's me, sorry. That's me. Yeah.
It's one with wires. Can't see wires.
Yeah, there's no wires in here.
Hello, Lieutenant Parker. Hold on.
So the next thing that kind of happens is they try to like loosely tie this guy's dreams together with the
right.
shocker, and they never explain like why he has this power where he can like sort of dreamscape where the murderer is gonna be.
Right.
They never kind of like suss that out. It's just like they're connected in the dream world.
I dreamt of the murders, Doc. Just the way they happened.
And it was also like, Friday the 13th, Elm
Nightmare,
Street.
yeah.
It felt like that, where like he might have had somebody watching him sleep to make sure he was all right. Which was that point with the vest, remember?
Yeah, because like you said, because you even pointed out, everything looked odd. Like you said, it was a bad green screen.
Yeah.
Crazy green screen.
You're right. I was like, is this green screen or is it just bad lighting?
And then the two little kids run by and disappear. So you know something's up.
Uh-huh.
And you don't know it's a dream yet. You just know something's weird, and everything looks weird. And then he goes in there and he sees what ends up being his brother and mother and sister being murdered.
Yeah.
And while he then goes to save them, he wakes up at home, and his girlfriend whispers, "Are you okay? What happened?" And then his dad calls. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's your dad.
And then for the longest time, we didn't know if it was Dad or Don.
Right. So he keeps saying Daddy and Dad, but then
Daddy, give me your hand.
the subtitles are on. It's saying Don and Donnie.
Donnie, give me your hand!
So I guess his dad is Lieutenant Donnie's.
Well, it was on until the end, and we noticed it said Donnie. I don't know why he started calling him Donnie after he called him Don the whole damn show.
Okay.
Donnie, I never even knew you had a bad heart.
Yeah, Daddy, Donnie. I don't know. But with that, he wakes up and his dad calls and said, "You got to come to our house. Something happened." And when he goes there, he finds out that that dream he had was actually real. And he tells his dad, "I saw it. I was here." And his dad didn't believe him. And that's when he's like, "Well, you know, Bob, I think his brother's Bobby. He's like, Bobby had his fingers broke here. And Mom and the sister were killed up in the bedroom."
And the candy van.
Oh, yeah, and then his dad didn't believe him, and he's like, "I saw who did it. I know who he is."
I know what this guy looks like.
And that was where, again, the movie didn't trust your audience, because he says, "I saw the van. It was a TV repair van." And they, second and a half, like maybe not even a full 24 frames of like, boom, like, see, oh yeah, remember? Like, we just saw it 3 minutes ago. You don't have to flash it for 22 frames.
Well, I guess they really thought the audience was pretty stupid.
Yeah, which is weird, because Wes Craven usually isn't like that big. I wonder why that came up, because Wes Craven's usually really like...
They probably put it in an afterthought after somebody was like, "What? I don't understand."
It was a really bad editing decision for sure, but because it just kind of was like, it looked like a mistake, because out at Flash, it looked like a mistake, but...
Peckerhead!
But like his reaction to everything that was going on around him killed me because it was every time he walked into a room where there's blood or everything, he's like, oh, and then he sees the body and then he's freaking out. I'm like,
yeah, he's not really an Academy Award winning caliber actor. Like
his reaction though, like you come into a room like that and you don't get upset until you see her in the bathtub.
Well, yeah, he didn't know who it was. He's like, maybe it's a cat.
It's hard to process.
I mean, it was his room. He did leave her in there.
Maybe he thought it was himself, and when he saw it, he's like, "Oh wait, it's not me."
He's done things though.
He's done things, but mostly behind the camera. He may have had other lead roles, but I think this was like the only like lead that I can remember him in. But I do remember him being in a lot of like background extra, or like not extra, but smaller
Second
roles.
guy.
Yeah, like Ted Ramey's role, like 2 lines.
Well,
kind of
Ted
thing.
Ramey was in it.
Don't let him get you sleeping.
But he is now a famous director. I mean, he's directed some of classics like Battleship with Rihanna.
Mahalo, motherfucker.
I did not see that.
Sorry.
Amazing.
It is. I don't want to tear anyone down, but he's kind of the poor man's Michael Bay. He really wants to be Michael Bay, but has skill, but just not quite. And I hate Michael Bay, but he's good at what he does.
Sure.
And this guy just gets the shots, but just 90%, just not hitting Michael Bay status.
Sure.
But he's still. he made some fun action, like popcorn movies.
But for acting in this movie, it was. It might have been his first one. We don't know. We didn't look.
But between him and his girlfriend's whispering,
Don't be afraid, Jonathan.
it was
Which again is what the hardest part I had with the movie was that it was you didn't really care about him.
Yeah.
I've earned it. I want to see him die.
You didn't really care about her.
Right.
Which I guess you don't need to care about him, but kind of.
No, you do.
Care of the story. You need you need to like want to help, or you want them to find the guy, the killer and stuff.
Right. Yeah. You do need 2 real good things, and you need a good character and a good story. I think they had the story in this, but they lacked the character and probably lacked the budget because there was some.
I feel like the budget went to a lot of the visual effects.
Yeah.
Which was straight out of the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
Like
I thought Lawnmower Man was.
I felt it was very like Doom, the video game, like pixelated.
But it was supposed to be because he was in this low budget.
But it was so.
But we'll get there.
I liked it. I liked it. I'm not saying I didn't like it.
What ends up happening is he then, I think, goes to his football teammate, Rhino, which is your new name, Rhino.
Man, he said Rhino so many damn times. It was Don and Rhino. It was all names.
Donnie and Rhino.
I don't know what the girlfriend's name was.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Whisper.
Yeah, it's Whisperer, yeah. Hey, quiet girl. But he goes to Rhino and says, all right, I got an idea. I think I can find out where this guy is murdering people. I'm going to go to sleep, find out where he is, and you're going to wake me up, and then we'll go get him.
Which is straight up pull Freddy out of the dream sequence.
Straight up, yeah. I mean, it's very, very similar to Nightmare. Maybe this was going to be maybe it was a modified script for like another Nightmare movie.
That's kind of what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Where Freddy goes into the TV and you chase him through the TV world.
Well, he's trying to do like new technology. You got the answer machine featured a lot, and the phone,
his recliner,
the phone that's not cordless.
Yeah. His nice electric recliner.
Oh, it's waterbed. Oh, the waterbed jump.
Oh, the waterbed effects too. Yeah, the water. Yeah.
Wes Craven loves doing teenagers on a bed shot.
Yeah.
He had a waterbed.
Yeah, that's the thing about this movie. It's like
That's
don't really.
so 80s.
I had a waterbed. You don't have a waterbed?
You have one now?
No.
Oh.
Do I have one now? No, I had a waterbed most of my teenage years.
What was that like?
Yeah. It was horrible.
So he gets his plan, and it's a success. He looks at the stop signs, sees the streets, the names, and then goes inside, interrupts the murder, which is really weird because it is his dream. But where it kind of is interesting is
he's dreaming it in real
doesn't know
time.
he's a dream, that he's there in his dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because he knows he's there in a dream. It's a dream. He can't touch him because that's when he tries to attack him, and that's when he wakes up. And so he wakes up, and Rhino wakes him up. He's like, "Did I do a good job?" He's like, "Yes, perfect."
Did it perfect, Rhino. Perfect.
and then says the street names, and then they go there. And
I think they're losing something in the dream sequence because you don't really know they're in the dream sequence all the time, which is okay, but like.
I think they visually do because like it always visually looks very blue and really like the haze machine is just cranked to 11. Like everything is just hazy. And yeah, but he wakes up, when him and Rhino go to where the real crime scene is, turns out his dad, who is the police lieutenant, they all followed him. So they race there and beat him there. All right, and then they go in, and a lot of other things happen, but they arrest Pinker.
Get him out of here.
But I actually forgot, we did skip one part, because when he convinces his dad he knows who he is, they go to his repair shop. This is before he does his dream sequence. He tells his dad, like, I know who he is. I saw the van. We can go to his shop. And they go to his shop.
Look, if I get a chance, we'll come back when the place is open, okay?
He's in there.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know the order.
The flow was so like all over the place that I can't recall it.
Does he gets arrested on the top of the does he beat up Peter or Jonathan and get away?
He gets arrested after he kills Ted and his coach.
He jumped on the rooftop, and then the other guy.
Yeah, that's when he gets arrested.
No, I'm talking about Pinker.
Pinker, sorry.
And again, we'll do that. Horace Pinker, great name for a bad guy.
His name is Horace Pinker, a virtual phantom until yesterday. He was described for this police drawing.
I think Horace Pinker is a great name for a bad guy. It's so good, and I think
it was good on the.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think he gets arrested after he kills the family. No, I'm wrong. Shit, no.
What do you remember?
No, we're in the right order because remember he has the breakdown on the rooftop.
Yep.
Your girlfriend?
I cannot because they jumbled it so hard in the editing it doesn't make any sense.
Because it all just kind of there was no arc.
Right. It didn't flow in a cohesive manner, so it was just like
I've got it now. I remember now because it was after his family was killed. He tells his dad, "I know who it was. I saw it," and they flash it. So they go to his shop.
Yes.
And he's not there, so they break in.
Right.
And when they go in, he kills the one cop secretly in a secret room. Blood goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And then when they go in to do that, he sneaks out back, kills the cop out of front by choking the one, and they really loved...
Yeah,
go ahead, yeah.
No, I just love that part because he just sat there with his mouth open, like, for how long?
Yeah.
He was really good.
Laying on the windshield of the car.
Well, the train going by. I mean, that actor was doing...
He committed to the bit.
Yeah.
He was fully committed to the bit.
He didn't look real, actually, to the point, like, he was real, right? But
yeah, and he gets away.
Yeah.
And then that's when the news is reporting that he has a dream and he saw the killer in the dream. And they released a drawing of him and the press and all that. And
nondescript.
Yeah. And then that's when I said, because I commented like, if you're in the news and all that for like knowing who the serial killer is and all that, would you really like, hey, I'm gonna go to school, you hang out at my house where everyone knows where I live because I'm like the neighborhood football star.
Jonathan Parker, foster son of Maryville Police Department's Lieutenant Donald Parker.
So he goes to school as a neighborhood football star, and during practice, coach, hey Jonathan, you gotta go home.
Well, that's also he left his girlfriend at home.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. He just.
He's like, John, you gotta go home. What is it, coach?
Yeah, what did I do?
Just go home.
Just go home.
Like, you're cut from the team. You're out. But no, he goes home and like you said, what the fuck are all the cops doing here? What are you doing in my house?
Yeah. And then he walks in that room with all the blood, and he doesn't really freak out at first. I mean, he's kind of freaking out, but he's not. I guess he doesn't think it's her. Until he sees her body that you can't tell it's her in the bathtub.
Yeah, covered. That was
which was a lot of blood.
Yeah,
which I liked.
Yeah.
Right this way in there, sir.
Going towards the Nightmare on Elm Street style of like bloody, like blood all over the bathroom, a sign written that said he wrote something on there like
something. Yeah.
But later on, it turned into something else, and it was so good handwriting on there. But it was out of blood.
He was taunting Jonathan for like all that. And
you forgot about the necklace, though. The whole necklace thing was given to
oh yeah, go ahead.
her,
Yeah.
and that whole necklace thing was the power over this guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It was the
Yeah, what
love.
gave the necklace power?
Like love, maybe?
Yeah,
like,
love, yeah.
Yeah, the empty
The power
heart,
of
which I thought
love.
was ironic as empty.
The heart, yeah.
Or-
But I will say it's better than the emblem in Evil Dead 2, where it's just like looks like a magnifying glass.
she loved that emblem. She was that really got her.
But that thing was ugly. it looked like it was made out of like
It was like a little
solder.
magnifying glass or something with little rubies around.
Yeah,
it.
because then he used it to hook. Yeah, so like at least the heart looked like more of like something you would give a girl.
But that's
like,
the funny thing is that you can see all these references, and I'm not sure if it was pulled references from other shows or.
Yeah.
What?
Well, wow. Do we want? I can go into my theory I have, if you want to hear it. Because like, there's a known story that Sam Raimi and Wes Craven had a rivalry, and the one start was in Evil Dead. You had a Hills Have Eyes poster in the basement ripped in half.
It wasn't necessarily a rival.
But
It was a respect of each
it was a
other's
friendly
craft.
rivalry. Yeah, it wasn't like an angry thing. But it's like so he had the poster ripped in half, and then you fast forward to Nightmare on Elm Street. Johnny Depp is watching Evil Dead on his TV.
Nice.
Then you go to Evil Dead 2, and Freddy Krueger's glove is hanging in the work shed above that. So they're always trying to one-up each other. And my favorite one is the fact that Wes Craven wins.
Why?
He puts Ted Raimi in the film, give him 2 lines, and then kills him. So I'm sorry, like Wes
was in
wins.
it a lot too.
Yeah, Wes wins. Like he put Sam Raimi's brother in his film and kills him, and a bloody killing too. Like he falls out of the closet onto the main character, bloody.
Yeah, but then he comes back for a second, and I guess that wasn't a dream.
The ghost in the
okay,
dreams, yeah.
Wake up, Jonathan.
And that's the only lines he had. So the only lines he had were after he died. So it's another like, oh, good job, Wes. Like another like, yeah.
Don't let him catch you sleeping.
And there's a chase scene. It's go to the rooftop with the ladder across, and then he does the Tom Cruise across.
The perfectly placed ladder.
The one thing is like the ladder was across there. Like, I mean, I know.
That's in all the movies in the 80s. That was in
got to cross the ladder. That's there for some reason.
It was in Judgment Day. Or Judgment Night. Sorry, Judgment Night. It was in that movie. There was a whole scene based around that fucking ladder.
How do you think the kids get from building to building?
Yeah.
Come on.
Got to dodge all the antennas, the TV antennas.
Oh, yeah. And the air vent, rubbed his nose on it.
The air vent that was going so fast, and you couldn't stop it because, there was a motor on that.
But, also the drop kick, how he stops Horace when he's trying to get to the door. And Jonathan drop kicks him into the door. That was such a great.
All the stunt guys, like they were kicking each other's asses in this. Like seriously, some hits where I think some people got hurt.
Yeah, they don't do enough of those drop kicks in movies. That drop kick was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that was good.
And that's when he gets arrested and he starts taunting him, and that's when you kind of find out that Jonathan's kind of a psychopath too.
Yeah.
I want to see him die, Don.
And his dad's trying to calm him down, like, we'll watch him. He's going to get executed. We know it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I mean, the trial lasts maybe 30 seconds, if that. He's put on death row and then put to execution in, 2 days?
See, what I remember this movie is none of this.
What?
Yeah. I remember him being the whole point of the shocker thing. Like,
Well, yeah, he gets killed.
right, but they haven't shown any of that.
It hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
I thought it was like he gets killed and then he goes off and yeah.
No, but he hasn't been killed yet.
It's a lot of lead up. Yeah, but see, I always thought he got executed first for some reason, and then he terrorized people. Like, I don't remember that being in the middle of the movie.
You got to set him
like
up
it
as a
is.
serial killer, because I think this might have been a little setup too, where I disagree with this, and I could be wrong too, but a lot of people complain about Nightmare on Elm Street. There was no backstory of Freddy Krueger, minus him being a child killer. So he kind of did this and gave Horace Pinker a backstory, but I think why Freddy was good was you don't know his backstory.
But you find out little bits here and there.
Yeah, but not in the original movie. You just find out that he was a child killer that the parents had all killed.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. So this one, the Horace, they kind of gave him a backstory. And the only thing I'll say is I think the reason it worked is, what is his name, the actor who played Pig? He hammed it up, but hammed it up so good that not many actors could play that kind of like hammy role and still be good. His laugh was good on it. His the way he said things like and taunted Jonathan was like he was really good.
Yeah, he was really good.
And
he was really good.
Go ahead. Take your best shots. You won't mind. Finger licking good. I'll give you a show. I'll do you real slow. And those son of yours, go pray with your choir boys, you little ass.
That's why I wish if they did more sequels to this, like he could have really, like Freddy Krueger expanded and became a more comical character, but became an interesting character. I think, especially that actor, could have really.
Yeah, I wonder what he ended up doing.
Well, I know him from the X-Files.
Or destroy it in exchange for Mulder and Scully's safety.
He was a big character in the X-Files. He was, I think, Mulder's boss.
Nice.
Mulder and Scully's boss.
Good.
He has a lot of roles. I don't usually research movies much before I know them because I want to be on the same level as everyone because I surprise all of you with the movie.
Yeah.
But when I ordered this one offline. Of course, Google found it. Oh, you bought this. Now here's a bunch of YouTube videos about this. And I did watch an interview with him, and he's great. But the one thing he did say was that we all commented on the leg draw. Well, apparently, remember how he's dragging his leg?
Yeah.
How over the top it was. Apparently, they filmed a bunch of scenes before he was hired with the other people playing that role, dragging the legs, so he had to imitate that.
Okay, I said to Wes, I said, okay, I got this great limp worked out. And I started to show him, and he goes, well, we've already established the limp.
He had to copy what they had already shot.
I mean, he needed something to show that he was in these bodies.
Yeah,
but
they did need a physicality.
But he's going into these bodies that he's worried about if they're dying of something, and that's the one thing that still sticks.
Right. I mean, it's neat to have something, like you said, to recognize it, but it was over the top. He even said, I wouldn't have done it that over the top.
It was over the top at times, but it was fun, and
he was phenomenal in it.
He was great. He was probably the best part of the movie.
Oh yeah.
His acting was right on. He was scary. He had a great voice. He committed.
Great.
It didn't look like he was doing a bit. Like it looked like he was really like doing the thing.
Which is hammy as it kind of was. A lot of other actors, because even the people who he leaps into later, can't pull it off.
No, they're not as hammy as he is.
Yeah.
How do you like this body, Jonathan?
But the
little girl though.
The little girl, piece of shit or whatever.
Yeah, that was great.
Driving the damn excavator.
Yeah.
That's best. That was my favorite part.
I love when they let little kids curse in movies.
Yeah, especially how it sneaks up on him. Because those things are, those diesel engines are super quiet in those things. So they execute him, and that's when he's on death row is when he kind of reveals to Jonathan that you're like your old man, you're psycho too.
Like father, like son, huh?
And then they execute him.
And he's really excited about watching this guy get killed.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the other thing that made him look like a complete psychopath.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Just that's why he said you're a chip off the old block. It's of course you're here watching me die.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did kill his girlfriend and family, so you'd be like, yeah, of course I want to watch this guy die. But
that whole sequence of events from when he gets killed to it that was so crazy.
And trying to make him the son to the father, that whole there was all these through lines that they needed to maybe get rid of one.
Yeah. I agree. Trying to make him his son, I don't think was necessary.
No.
They could have found a better way of doing that.
Exactly.
But. And maybe in future movies they would have done it he's not really your son. He was just fucking with you.
Yeah.
But we did forget the part where he asks for his last thing, while he was on death row, the only thing he wanted was his last wish was a TV.
You know what his last wish was? The TV set in his cell. Can you believe that?
And apparently
jumper cables and a bunch of candles and some satanic books.
Yeah.
It's a black magic book. So,
what was the point of that? He was trying to.
That's where he got the power from.
Oh, okay.
He was using black magic because the news reporter
Gotcha.
said they found a bunch of black magic stuff and animal sacrifices in his repair
That's
shop.
right. Because I remember going, oh yeah, they're the kids.
Right.
Black magic.
Right.
Witches.
Oh yeah, especially the Satan scare of the
Alice
satanic
Cooper.
scare of the 80s. Yeah. Everything that was evil, anything that happened was Satan in the 80s. Heavy metal was Satan in the 80s. And,
oh yeah.
They should be.
Yeah. But he gets power from the TV, which was probably the low point of the movie for me, when he gets the power and then mouth comes out and goes,
"You got it, baby."
Yeah.
Like that
What?
was even cheesy
Who
for
was that?
89 when this movie was.
Even the cops are like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah. No, even the
What
cops
was
are
that
like,
floating thing?
Yeah. Anybody going to talk about that? Nah, we're just going to run off. And they left the guy on the ground, and they ran off with the other guys. Remember that in the hallway?
What the hell was that in the air? Did you see it?
You know, I noticed like all the cops just ran out. Of the scene
after
for no reason. They're like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, that's when he gives him mouth to mouth and he rips his lips off and bites the other guy's finger off.
And those guys are on the ground, and they're just like, oh.
Delivers a great line though. You remember the line when he bites his fingers off? And he delivers it in his great Horace Pinker voice.
Finger licking good.
He did have some good one-liners.
And then, like you said, after they execute him, they think it's botched because electric goes off, it goes everywhere. And when the doctor goes in to check on him, all of a sudden she gets shocked from him and gets thrown clear, and he disappears.
Yeah. And you notice a couple lighting changes that I didn't even notice.
Yeah, like they did some like I don't want to say theatrical lighting.
style.
Yeah,
It's theatrical style.
Yeah,
like
like
a
not normal
dramatic
for-
change in the
Correct.
middle of a scene. That's
like when
theatrical.
the lights are kind of off on the chair when he sits down. It kind of lights up and it was really like I kind of like that. Like we actually in the last episode we talk about that at the end of Drop Dead Fred. They do a lot of that in the imaginary world. It's almost set up like a live performance in the imaginary world, and the lights change where they move. It's really neat. It's not done in cinema very much,
No,
but
I
it's
love
really
that look.
pretty.
I love that look.
And then, then all hell breaks loose because they're taking the female doctor to the hospital because she got electrocuted. They find Horace Pinker's body, just an empty shell that is apparently made out of flash paper. Because he just
burns up.
Yeah. And while the cops are driving in to the hospital, she wakes up, grabs the one cop's in the head, attacks the passenger cop. And also, she delivers a great line. And she's probably the best one, other than him, playing that character. Because she does a great job when she comes to. Because she grabs a cop, and what are you doing? And she delivers a line.
Just feel like a little head, boy.
And then breaks his neck. Like, great delivery.
She just came out of nowhere after me, though. Like, it was like, who is this person?
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Is like you're slowly learning that now he can, because of the power.
But that didn't catch that right away. I guess a little slow.
Well, you need to be a little.
uptake.
Yeah, you had a little too much to drink.
The more I watch this movie, the more I realize I don't think I've seen this movie.
So who is this?
Dr. Carl Hill.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that tried to take my invention of the serum.
Excellent.
Don't you remember the movie?
Yeah, but I'm gonna edit that talk out. So who is this? You ruined the whole bit, Ross. Or
Herbert.
Dr. Herbert.
Yeah.
Paging Dr.
Dr. West. Paging Dr. Alcohol. Sorry, that's another random movie reference. Sorry. If you can guess which Dr. Alcohol, what movie that's from, I'll give you credit for it. Anyone. Dr. Alcohol? Anyone?
No.
No idea.
Yeah, like that.
It looks cool. All right, so now that's when we kind of learn that she makes the cops crash the car into a gas truck, huge explosion, which was a really beautiful explosion, like how they shot that. And then what you're saying, like they're like, it's all on fire, and you see all the firemen like spraying everywhere but the fire.
Yeah.
Because
I do love the practical effects. I love that they used a ton of real fire, a ton of real smoke. Like that stuff always looks good. But there can always be more.
You ask him! What happened to the doctor? You ask him! What happened to him? You ask him!
They take the one cop away, and Jonathan flips out. Ask him what happened. And then he goes home, and while he's at home, he does 3 seconds in his recliner. Sits down,
his power nap.
Yeah, his power nap in the recliner.
And
he needs to relax for a little bit.
He got out of bed. He was sleeping, and he got out of bed and went back into the recliner to get his power nap again. Get my dose.
Yeah, and then the cop who was in that accident was on his door knocking.
Right.
And while he goes to answer it, his dad calls, said, "Hey,
on an answer machine."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Left it on an answer machine. Yeah. They
straight up 80s answer machine.
My cop that survived the car wreck yesterday?
Well, he's disappeared from the hospital.
Yeah, and then, and he tells him that the cop had escaped or left the hospital, and if he knows anything about it.
Which is the only thing I had a question about that. He was in the hospital, but he still had his cop uniform on, and he said that in the movie that he had his cop uniform on. So if you go to the hospital and you're all hurt, you wouldn't be in your cop uniform.
Right,
anymore.
they usually cut that stuff off pretty quickly. Yeah, but also too, when if they find his body later, he's like, he must have had a heart attack or something because there wasn't a mark on him. The guy was covered in scars from the car
face
accident.
was all wrapped up. Yeah.
The whole all these bodies are all falling apart. Like lost, I got lost in that. And I was like, what? What's wrong with this guy now?
But that was a pretty fun chase scene. The cop, Horace Pinker and the cop couldn't shoot for shit. I mean, he's shooting nonstop, missing everything except for the hiker or the jogger. Somehow he nails that jogger in one shot, dead center in the back. Perfect.
Which was a Craven.
Yes, which was one of the Craven family, son, brother, cousin, who knows? But you're right.
But he thought that body was better than the body he was in.
Right, because the body was in a car accident, dying, and he sucked all the life out. Because Jonathan explained, somehow Jonathan knows a lot about this shit.
You don't force him out of the body until he's used up the life of the body he's in.
Because he even says, like...
He figured it out quick.
He figured it out quick somehow, like, without any clues. Like, he's sucking the life out of their bodies, and then they die, and, like, all this, like how does he...
He kind of saw it, right?
But he saw it with one person, the cop, who was in a car accident. The cop could have been dying from the car accident. He could have internal bleeding.
No, the director told him.
Right, well, yeah, the script told him.
Yeah, the script told him, that's right.
If we would have had the script, we all probably would have known a lot more about this movie.
But we go to the guy with the pickaxe. That was great. See,
yeah,
to me, because he threw that pickaxe like it was a football.
Yeah,
and with the heart.
He catapulted that thing. Like
that thing far.
It was in the middle of the pond, which he comes back to go find. Which I'm like, and he found it. I don't remember that.
No, the dream.
Oh, he was in the dream, right?
Yeah, but what was funny is like he was the funniest one, but he was also the worst actor for that character. Like his delivery was like,
"Eat your heart out, sucker."
Well, he looked like Sloth and Corey Haim like put together.
Was it Haim or Feldman?
Oh, whatever, that guy that's still alive.
Yeah, Feldman.
Yeah,
it was like Feldman and Sloth, who just a little older. I was kind of thinking like a goofy Slash.
Yeah.
But
just teeth everywhere.
Just like maybe Slash and Sloth. There you go, Slash and Sloth mixed together. So we'll call him Slosh.
Slosh.
Yeah. So Slosh took the pick sack.
Halloween.
Yeah. You got all the work vests. So.
Yeah. I have the hard hat, everything.
But we did slightly skip over where he transferred to the hiker or the jogger he shot, and then to the little girl, and the little girl dragging her leg, who then stole that, and then to the mom. And then to...
Which I thought was funny that the mom was like freaking out on him, which is fine, but like he just talked to you, like she was just asking him where their daughter was, and then then she's beating him up.
Well, yeah, because she's holding her up, going, "Get out of her, get out of her."
She was freaking out before, like he had found her, and then she went straight to him and was like,
"Have you seen my daughter?"
Yeah, it's like, well, he was just helping you.
Well, yeah,
now you're beating him up.
Shaking her, like
he wasn't shaking her at that moment. He was shaking her later.
But the little girl was screaming.
Sure.
And that's where we learned that your empty heart necklace repels Horace, because while she's in the little girl, the necklace falls on her and he is forced out of the body.
Yeah.
And that's when he jumps into the mom and then jumps into Sloth.
No, it wasn't Sloth. It was Slash. No, I can't.
Slash.
Yeah. Slarsh.
And then he throws the necklace because he realizes it's a weak spot and throws it out in the water so he can't get to it. Sinks to the bottom of the lake, and he goes running because now he realizes like all these people saw a cop chasing him. Jonathan saw all those cops chasing him and shooting at him, so now he knows he's going to be wanted. That's when he meets up. I think that's when he meets up with the football guys again, right?
Yeah.
He meets with his coach.
Like they all of a sudden just accept all this. Like
right.
They're like, oh yeah, we're on
a team. So
and he's like,
this is all right.
We're friends, right? And he's like, what did he say? He said something about being a friend, and he's like, I need to go away or something.
Yeah.
He was like, you need to leave me alone if you're my friend.
Want to be my friend? Leave me be.
What? Who says that?
I say,
hey, you want to help me with this podcast or this thing? And no, go away. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Get that. She's writing this like, God damn it! Why do your name have to be Jonathan? It's so cool.
You know how much blood I had to use to spell your name?
Maybe just John.
It's like, well, that's why I left you red spray paint in the other room.
But you also get the hologram girlfriend coming out.
Well, after he he sees
what she wrote out, "Help me, Jonathan."
Yeah, stop him, Jonathan. Yeah, on the window, and it should have been spray paint, but it looked like blood.
Well, what was it? He was carrying spray paint for a good minute, and he didn't do anything with it. Red spray paint in a White House. I didn't.
Well, that's. I mean, maybe it covers up blood, because that house was bloody.
Yeah.
But that's when Coach then tries to fight him and stabs himself in the chest. He finds Ted Ramey in the closet dead.
Yeah, he was just like hanging up there with the shoes.
Yep.
Like,
and then the girlfriend shows up, and when he's fighting the Coach, the girlfriend, Whisper girlfriend shows up and floating around and
somehow fights.
She's doing a Care Bear stare.
Oh shit. Pinker.
Yeah, forces Pinker, and that's when he decides to go into the electricity, into the wall. And then his dad shows up, finds the dead bodies, and is like, look, you're the son of a murderer, of a serial killer. I see these dead bodies. You knew about my wife and 2 kids being murdered. I got to take you in. Like, there's something wrong. So he arrests him and takes him in, but before he gets to take him in, while he's arresting him, he turns off a lamp and gets shocked. What's wrong with the electricity in this building? And that's when we find out he walks outside dragging his leg. He's Horace Pinker. And while he's in the while he's in the cop car, he sees it. Oh no. And that's when Rhino comes and busts him out of the window and pulls him out of the cop car, and they go running. And he's shooting at him. And no cop thinks it's weird that he's shooting at his own son.
Yeah.
And then there's another big chase scene, and they're running his dad. Was it Donnie? Dad, Donnie, Don, Daddy, don't know.
Daddy Donnie?
Yeah.
Daddy Donnie.
There's a good chase scene, and then it ends up on a radio tower.
Yeah.
They run up a radio tower, and that's when Donnie, we find out, fakes it, but, I got a bad heart. So Horace uses a satellite to shoot across the state.
Which is getting, I mean, it's one thing to go to electricity, but shoot yourself across in a satellite. I mean, geez.
It works. But that's when he's like, Donnie, Daddy, I didn't know you had a bad heart. I don't. I knew that. You knew that. Horace didn't know that.
But he doesn't die.
No, he doesn't die, but...
Because he tells it to... Everybody's like, he was... later on, he's like, he's innocent because his dad said so.
Meanwhile, Jonathan Parker has been released by authorities following the testimony of his father.
Because he's the chief of police.
Right, well, that's...
Which was like,
because his dad was possessed by him, now he knows his son's not a murderer.
Sure.
But
everybody else believes just the police achieved. 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 That's it. Nobody else.
It's like, all right, well, just 5 minutes ago, you were shooting at your son, trying to kill him, and now you want us to let him out. Little weird.
I mean, yeah. What are we looking at? Logic?
Yeah, it's a Wes Craven movie.
It's black licorice flavor.
I know.
Okay.
I just haven't had it in a while. There were always the ones that I was like, oh.
They're sugar coated. I love them. I've always loved them.
That's when he now has the plan. He goes and gets the television station in the house. He's like, I'm going to bring the murderer here if you go live on TV. If you go live 3 minutes before midnight, I'll have the murderer here. And they're like,
yeah,
all right, fine, whatever. And he's like leaving. He's like, where are you going? I'm going to go get the murderer.
Where you going? I'm gonna go get the killer for you. Bring him right here.
I realized, what room were they in? They were in some kid's room.
I think it was in his house where his mom and sister were killed.
Yeah, which confused me because the next thing he was sleeping in his bed.
Right. Well, that's why he goes to get the necklace. So he goes home, goes to sleep in his waterbed to go to find the necklace, and that's when he sees Whisper girlfriend floating through the water, and he panics. He's seen her like 6 times already, but this time, what the fuck? He freaks out and she takes off. And then every time she touches him, he's like, cooties, women, like, and he panics. But then he wakes up and he's got the necklace.
But how's he get the necklace? He got scared, so he never actually.
No, she made out with him. While she was making out with him, that's when all the ghosts show up. Ted Raimi shows up, and Ted delivers his 2 lines. You know, in the now the fog's turned up to 20. Like it's not even 11, it's 20, and the whole half. It's just like it's
also
the
filtered,
mist. Yeah, it's the mist more than anything.
I'm surprised how much of this movie you remember.
I know, right?
The whole thing seemed like it was like when somebody hands you a Rubik's Cube that's a mess and you work on it for a long time and you go, here you go, and it's still a mess. That's what this movie felt like.
Yeah, you just recapped it.
It was like so jumbled. Like there was no rhyme or reason for why or what. It was just like harsh cuts to a new idea. We're not going to suss it out. Harsh cut to a new idea. I hope you don't have questions because we don't have answers. Harsh cut, new idea. Lots of smoke, fire. Do you want to know about the stuff that happened?
Kick to the face.
We're not going to keep that in the forward story.
There's new
stuff for your forward story now. By the way, this guy is a television signal now. Like that whole thing went crazy. It was like, okay, I'm electric. I've electrified myself somehow. I'm impervious to the electric chair. That didn't kill me. Now I can inhabit people's bodies. Now I'm a television signal.
Only in the 80s, everybody thought TVs were like the devil. Look at Poltergeist, TV.
Because the one thing every house had.
Black magic is.
I mean,
it's all black magic. You don't need a description.
Sure, yeah. You don't need the I guess you don't need a driving factor or a plot, but it's it's fine.
Plot didn't exist before 1989.
No. I mean, in every movie there are unquestioned answers that are just like, oh, I really wish I could know what happened here, but because it's not like a main driver of the plot. Well, that's just like a little. You're never going to really truly know what happened. You just get to like make that part up in your own mind. But I feel like I've made up most of what happened in this movie in my own mind.
And you just never like any of the characters. You're kind of liking the shocker.
The worst part is I like the shocker guy the best out of all the other characters in the movie. And I was like rooting for him. Like, come on, guy, get out of this. You can make it.
Get out of my way, bitch.
But I also think that might be his style of writing as well, because if you think about it, in Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy was okay, but Freddy was the cool character. Right?
Yes, totally.
He was the most, so it's kind of maybe his style of writing.
Yeah, he made him the cool character.
Yeah, your antagonist is kind of like the cooler, more relatable one. Not to say he's relatable, but he was definitely the coolest laugh in the movie. And Ghost tells his friend, at midnight, knock the power out, because I've got a plan. So this is... At Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy had the plan. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to grab Freddy. You're going to wake me up, and I'm going to pull him out in the real world. He has the same idea. We're going to pull him out of the electronic world, kill it so he doesn't exist anymore. So it's a very similar idea, and that's when he goes and after he gets his out and goes for some reason to relax in his recliner again. Yeah. He's going to do another 2-second nap in his recliner. But this time, his recliner is
I like that. That was my favorite part of the movie. Because, like, obviously the eyeballs and the things coming
out. What happened?
Eyeballs coming out of the top. There was eyeballs coming out of different parts. Not just the top.
No, just the top.
Just the top?
Yeah.
What came out of the bottom? Out of
his feet.
The feet came out.
First,
so he just like
first his armrests wrap around him.
Yeah.
And what was really cool, when you look at it too, he's slowly changing. When you see his shirt, if you look at his arms and his hand, they're still gray, as the same color as the...
I thought that was a cool fact.
Yeah, it was really that he slowly turned from that recliner into him.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Which was kind of like how he did. They did with the TV in the third Elm Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ready for prime time, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck the prime time, bitch.
Yeah. See, he's just addicted to TV.
But that's when they fight, and he jumps into the TV, and Jonathan's like, fuck it, I'm going to. And he dives in there too. And this is where the movie really becomes fun. Because this was probably, in my opinion, one of the more creative chase scenes in a movie.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't, they've done multiple chase scenes already with the drop kick and all that, but this is the one where now they're changing through TV shows and appearing in that. And we have John Tesh, who is the
news anchor, yeah.
and you hear him reporting. There's reports of Horace Pinker and Jonathan like showing up in random TV shows, and he's on their set fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what a great like chase scene through like the very first one. Jonathan's falling, and you see the plane shooting at him, and it's Horace Pinker flying, like
or it becomes a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, because he flies off, and it's his face is the bomb. Like, what a creative chase scene! They're running through a riot, and so much so that I like this that 5 or 6 years ago, I shot a music video in Vancouver for a band, and I recreated this.
It looked like a music video to me. That's what I thought.
And I use this. I'll show a clip here if I can get the rights to it. But I did the same thing. We shot all this green screen footage, and then I sat there while they were shooting the rest of the video and quickly edited them in like Three Stooges clips, a bullfighting ring, and I edited them in that. And did the same thing, a full chase scene like in that, because like this stuck in my head for so many years that I wanted to recreate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a great chase scene. And they end up on a preacher, like a religious preacher, like preaching through hell.
Before.
Yeah. And then they fly out and they end in someone's living room, like a really white trash, like living room.
Straight up like MTV. I felt like it was like it's something like you can't do that on television.
Totally.
Like, a remote control set.
Yeah. Wow, you're really going back on MTV. Yeah, remote
but that's
control,
what it felt like, right?
Like, and it was, but it was funny because like she's really, watch the table? Why they're slamming each other?
Like, my drink. Oh no.
Yeah.
I've heard of audience participation shows, but this is ridiculous.
And
Get out of here.
And then like she's yelling at her husband, and Horace picks him up and body slams him.
This wasn't in the background, just eating. And like, oh,
No, he's like,
this happens all the time.
Where's the popcorn? Where's the popcorn? He picks him up and body slams him, like. And then they end up back in the studio or in the bedroom with the studio equipment, and he realizes that he stole the remote from that lady's house, and he can pause, fast forward, and control, and does his big speech, beats him up.
I didn't know we had freeze frame buttons on our remote control, and
well, yeah, well, the TV that would control the TV and your VCR. It's a universal remote.
Gotcha.
Did you see their house? They could afford a universal remote.
A box TV on the ground.
Yeah, but they had a VCR. It was in '89. Everyone had a VCR in '89. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that remote that he had was the same remote that my dad had for his VCR.
Yeah.
It was a Zenith.
Looked very familiar.
I don't know. My remote had a wire going to the TV. So
I remember that TV.
Yeah, it was like a grid system.
Yeah. Yeah, because like one button you could like, if it was on green, it was one channel. You put it on red, and the buttons were a different channel.
And I would just sit there, just hit the buttons all the time, just for fun, like it was a toy.
Yeah, because they were like, it's like you're launching missiles.
It was like Bull Rock.
You wish you had a key to turn it and then press it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ate a licorice one. Oh. So that's when, so he basically tortures and kind of does the hero speech at the end with Horace, and then Horace breaks the TV, so now he's stuck, and they are knocking the power. Rhino and his football team are knocking the power out.
But it was about his watch. His watch stopped working, and he's like, "Aha, your watch don't work." Yeah. But it was like he went into the water in his dream. So
right, I'm
like,
feeling something.
His watch just stopped working.
Yeah.
Something was cut. There was something cut because, like,
100%.
You're right. Horace says, like, well, your watch is 3 minutes off, boy.
Your watch is taking licking, and I don't think it's ticking no more.
And he's like, oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
And Rhino, not yet. Like Rhino's gonna hear him across town,
hitting a panel with a crowbar.
Yeah, well,
right.
Sure,
that's
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah. Well, it only started raining as soon as like all right, we're gonna cut the fence, pouring down rain. Like,
Yeah, I mentioned the guy like, I don't know, I don't want to like break the law, cutting this or picking this lock, but I broke into this facility.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
And he was the one who cut it too. So he cut the fence, a perfect square, like you pointed out.
Mm-hmm,
and they go in there.
Cut.
I'll do that, but I'm not going to pick a lock.
No, that's
no.
Pick it.
That's a felony.
No, that's a lock. Pick it.
Yeah.
I did like when the rain turned on that like you could see the different rain bars coming on as they turned on the different rain.
As the water was flowing. Yeah.
It's very funny.
Well, that's a theatrical effect, just like the lighting. They're doing that on they're doing that on purpose.
The storm was rolling in.
Yes, of course. You can't just have it all just start at once.
No.
It'll look fake.
Anyway, how did this movie end?
Well, he figures out the horse breaks the TV, so now he's stuck as the power going out. So he puts a necklace on the camera and dives through the lens. And then when he dives through the lens, somehow that broke the tripod and the camera fell and broke. So now Horace is fucked. He's stuck. And then all the power comes out, and Jonathan flies out of his TV at home that he dove into originally. He's at home, and the TV exploded, and you could hear Horace Pinker talking with the fire, and there's no power, but he turns the TV off somehow. And Horace Pinker, I guess, dies. He walks outside, and all the neighbors are going out. What happened to the power? It's all out. And they're all looking at the star. Look at the moon. Apparently, Wes Craven is one of the neighbors. He's like, look at the moon.
Yeah, they're like, look, if you turn your TV off, you have a better life.
Yeah.
I checked out after that. I mean, by that time, I was just like...
Oh, God, I just saw you on the tube. Is that real?
But then he looks up at the stars, and like a constellation lights up like a heart pattern, and you hear his girlfriend like, I love you, Jonathan. Or,
you can't hear. Yeah.
I love you, Jonathan. And then No More Mr. Nice Guy starts with Megadeth, and the credits roll, and that was the end of 1989's Wes Craven's shocker, No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. And you should edit this where we all just go into your camera.
Well, what I'm going to do is this whole thing, I'm going to edit that effect you hate just on you the whole time.
What effect?
The effect of him when he leaves the body.
digital
effect.
Yeah.
You're just going to be the digital effect the whole time. Yeah. So just get him to dance, and you're going to be the digital effect guy. Yeah. This is going to make it challenging. I got to rotoscope him out. That's going to...
you're not going to do that.
We'll see. All right. So then how we end the movie before we go on to the next one is we discuss... I asked 2 questions to everybody, and it's the same 2 questions. It is, would you watch this again? And would you recommend it to anybody? I'll go last because I forced you to watch it. So either one of you can go first. Would you watch again, and would you recommend?
Me or?
You pick. I don't give a shit.
I would not watch it again.
Okay.
But because I remember it being better than it was. But I would say you should still see it because it's one of those iconic ones. Like, yeah, that it's worth to see. But I don't think I could sit through it again.
All right.
Because I definitely checked out by the end.
Any other thoughts about it, or?
No, I think it was good. I just wasn't my favorite 80s horror movie. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I enjoyed some of it. I don't think I would watch it again in the near future. I think maybe in another 5 to 10 years, I'd give it another look. It just doesn't have like a through line story plot that was like followable or like enjoyable. It just felt they were force feeding you some information and making you guess really hard at other information. So it just felt like it feels like an incomplete work. Like it feels like they needed more time or budget or something to make it work. And what you said about, I hadn't even considered this, but what you said about maybe this script was like a Nightmare on Elm Street script that got flipped around because it does have a lot of the same elements. It has a lot of the same feel. Yes, it's the same director and that whole thing.
And writer.
I feel like maybe this was supposed to be Freddy goes into the TV or Freddy haunts the TV now, and it never got greenlit. So this is what they did instead. I thought it was okay. I mean, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10 for stars. It wasn't great, but it wasn't like completely horrible, unwatchable. Yeah. It's a solid 80s horror flick, you know, without being too scary. And that's the other great thing with a movie like this is like, I feel like I could show this to a 12-year-old as long as their parent was like, yeah, sure, you can watch it. Because there's nothing really like crazy or gratuitous. There's not...
No nudity, but a lot of blood.
There's no nudity. There's a lot of blood. There's not like an over amount of curse words or any type of like thing like that. So it's kind of like approachable in a way like that, where if you want to start like a younger horror fan on something, be like, hey, here's Wes Craven. He did Nightmare on Elm Street. He did this one called Shocker. He's done all these others. That's kind of how I see that like hanging out in my life. Like maybe I'll show this to my nieces and nephew when they're like 12, 13, 14, you know.
So you would recommend with conditions?
Yeah, totally.
Excellent.
Totally.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, mine, of course I recommend this because I made you guys watch it. Now, I will say I haven't seen this in a long time. And when I was younger, I really liked this movie. And I really do think you had said while we're watching too, like, the movie is kind of drags in places, but that was also an era of its time. Like, we're getting used to, like, Superman constantly flying people through buildings nonstop.
Yeah.
And there was some... But usually there's good character building in those slow parts where this really didn't have that. So that's where it seemed even slower.
Yeah.
But would I recommend this? Yes, because I everything you said was put better than I could ever put. It's very approachable.
Yeah.
It's not as scary as Nightmare on Elm Street. Not as violent as Scream.
Yep.
It's a good middle one, but it's fun. And I wish there was more Horace Pinker. Like, he was a fun character. He was
great.
His laugh was good. Like, he was hammy, but not hammy to the comical extent, which is where he walked that line. Like, that's a hard line to walk. Like, it's like playing dumb guy. It's really hard to play dumb guy because either you're just like, all right, you're just overdoing it, or are you trying to be funny?
Yeah.
This is kind of like the same thing. It's like, all right, are you trying to be scary, or like, yeah, so he did great. So I will recommend this movie all the time, at least to watch once. Is it a movie I'm going to watch constantly? Is it a movie I'm going to watch all the time, every Halloween? No, but it's a movie I'm going to say, like, you know what, have you seen Shocker? It's a fun one. And just for the chase scene alone.
Yeah.
At the end. Like I said, it's affected my career to where I've copied it. So yeah, this movie obviously had a good effect on me, and it's one of Wes Craven's most underrated.
Absolutely beautiful.
And that was Wes Craven's Shocker, 1989. And yeah, that was it.
Sweet.
Right. Get it? Volkswagen? Waxwork! Waxwork! Yeah.
Waxwork.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, movie 2, Waxwork. Waxwork 1 for movie 2.
Yeah.
Not Waxwork 2 for movie 1.
Not to be confused with House of Wax.
Right, which you kept... you went on and on about Paris Hilton.
No,
Yeah, you did. You're like, oh, this is a movie with Paris Hilton in it, isn't it? You were so excited to see Paris Hilton.
Oh, it's totally excited. Yeah.
So no, this is not the Paris Hilton movie.
Nope.
This is the Zach... Is it Zach Gallagher? Zach Galligan?
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis. Yeah, Zach Galifianakis.
It's like Zach Gallagher or something.
Yeah. It's Galligan.
It's Galligan. It's close enough where I was like, what?
Like it's Gallagher, but Galligan.
Galligan. So it's Zach Galligan from...
But Mom, I need the caffeine badly.
The only other movie... I can think of 2 movies he's in other than this.
Weekend at Bernie's.
No.
That's not the guy.
No. It's the guy from Gremlins.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The guy from Weekend at Bernie's is Silverman.
Yes.
Gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlins 2.
Which that's all I can think of when I watch this movie.
There is one really horrible movie. It's called like Bees or something. It's something like it was a really low budget, almost. It wasn't an asylum movie, but it was like a lot like an asylum movie where like, these bees would just kill people.
All right.
And it was the worst. Weird. One of the I think like the pink Power Ranger was in it. But it was just like they ran out of money because the CG are just like little black beads just moving around.
And that was before this one?
It was after this. It was way after this because this was 88.
And then when was Gremlins in this?
Gremlins was before that. Gremlins 1 and 2 was before this.
Gremlins 1 and 2 was before that. Gremlins 1 was like 83.
So he went from Gremlins and Gremlins 2.
And then Gremlins 2 was like 88, and then he went right into this.
Wow. That's a no.
Thank you.
So the very opening was people raiding a shop, stealing stuff, and then threw a guy in the fire, and his head caught fire.
I remember the head fire.
Yeah, it was really like
it was unclear like what they were doing, but there was like the gratuitous body burn and fireplace thing going
and they had
on.
the credits rolling on the fire, which we all kind of liked, I guess.
Well, it was very TV-ish. It was like it reminded me of like the start of a TV show, maybe a TV movie, where the rolling the credit names and all that in a stationary shot of like the guy's shoulder and his head burned off and just a fire. It was just very like that. And then when we went into the movie, we noticed like the lighting was very flat, like a TV show, or the shots where there's like a lot of close-ups, like for no reason.
Guys, if I'm gonna play the hero, at least give me a little room.
The weird like cuts were perfectly on, like almost like it was AI editing it before AI existed, because like it would cut right as the person was talking. So they would cut to me and then cut. It was just really amateurish.
It's the dog. Make yourself comfortable.
It reminds me of that scene in Better Off Dead when they have the TV in the fireplace playing fire.
That's what I wanted to do here, but you wouldn't let me.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Why have fake fire when
That's
you can have real fire?
hilarious.
That is a fake fire.
Oh,
Did they ever tell you who was on fire? Was that the grandfather that
I think
he
it was the
killed?
grandfather later,
Okay.
because that's where they were stealing all the stuff to do all the satanic stuff to bring.
Which is another
666
satanic
in.
movie, like black magic and.
But it's Halloween. What else do
No,
you
I
expect?
mean just saying that they're related. Shocker and.
Well, in the 80s, the big scare was Satan.
Yeah. Your kids
Satanism.
kids
are going to get
Alice Cooper.
Sataned or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I did
that
find out
means.
the main girl here, the one who gets tortured or whipped and really likes it in the movie, trying to figure out what she was in. It took me forever, and I finally figured out what it was. And it connects to Val Kilmer. Yes. She was a character in Real Genius.
Amazing.
She was the girl that's like, can you hammer a 9 or a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Can you hammer a 6-inch spike through a board with your penis?
Not right now.
A girl's gotta have her standards.
He's like,
Not the dark hair one with the bangs.
No. This is the one that she ends up with. Remember the really smart guy who lives in their closet?
Yes.
At the very end, he wins all those
You mean
contests.
Rico?
Yeah, Uncle Rico. He wins all the stuff, all the contests, and the girl she wants to sleep with the 10 smartest men in the world. Wow. And she ends up with Uncle Rico at the end. It's her. That's the actress. So it told me, but yeah,
That's
everything.
Kevin Bacon right there.
Everything returns to Val. Everything returns to Val somehow. I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what were you last year?
Last year, I was the character from the Salton Sea. I was Val Kilmer, like a meth tweaker.
See, I thought you should have did like The Saint and Doors, and you did all of them at once. You could have a little bit of Batman in there.
No Batman. But the year before that, I was Chris Knight from Real Genius, which is the connection to this. So
Did you
there
carry
go.
around a popcorn bag? Because
No, because no.
Anyway, Off topic. Sorry,
No,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Wax, the works of Wax.
All right. So yeah, we meet our characters, or we meet Zach Galligan, which I don't know what was his character name, because they don't really say it a
Jonathan,
whole lot.
I think.
No, Jonathan.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think they say his. They don't say his name a whole lot, but whatever.
No, Mark.
He is real shitty. Like he's sitting at dinner or sitting at the table with his mom, and just a real snobby rich kid.
Seems like a real snobby rich kid vibe. Yeah. They do set his character up really well.
Yeah, and they're like,
to make you kind of hate him a
They
little
make it
bit.
a point that there's big flowers on the table and you can't see, and
Yeah, and then he treats the butler like just kind of shitty. Like
he's a real douche.
Yeah. And then he runs out and meets his friend. China is the one girl I remember because her name was weird.
Yeah.
China, and then she, I guess, is flirting with the football player, but she's actually Zach's girlfriend, and
that
he
was
gets all
unclear.
jealous.
Yeah. He
But then the girl from Real Genius thinks Zach is cute.
You went out with Jonathan last night? What are you, crazy?
Probably should have learned the names.
Yeah, but no one cares. We can call him Zach is fine because now everyone knows who we're talking about. Real Genius Girl, we know who we're talking about. China is her name, great.
Come on, China.
And then the other guy
that became well, spoil it. But
yeah. You go ahead. But yeah, became the werewolf. He was in a lot of stuff in the 80s, but I just don't remember.
So we're fickle.
Right.
Like he's just one of those guys. Like I remember his face but I'll throw it here when he was in. Like I'll just put it here on the screen. Like that. This is what I know him as. I just forget right now. But we meet all of them, and they're not really interesting. Like the Real Genius Girl is kind of like shy and quiet. China's kind of just a bitch. Oh yeah, because Real Genius Girl and China are walking down the street, and they walk past the wax museum.
Yes, and they get stopped by the guy.
Which was also a weird shot because they started talking like, I don't know, 2 blocks away, and the camera's like, I'm just gonna watch you from this far away. Like, weird.
Yeah,
weird decision there. But
it was really everything about that was weird. And then
they love their street shots in that movie.
Yeah,
of course they love those street shots in Shocker too.
Then all of a sudden, I forget the guy from Tron, the villain from Tron, the villain from Time Bandits, the English guy,
and the villain from Titanic, which you did not know.
I've never seen Titanic.
Yeah, he's the one that like tells Rose to go.
Great. The only one I know in Titanic who's a bad guy is Billy Zane.
Yeah, but he was Billy Zane's henchman.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So he had an henchman that was that much older. Wow.
He looked the same. That's the problem. This was what 89. Wow. When is Titanic?
98, 97.
Yeah.
So 10 years, he didn't look any different.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He looked the same in Tron, which was like what 81,
which was the premise. He never aged in this.
I mean,
one
good for him. He must use a good moisturizer.
But you said he was dead now.
He did pass away.
In 2023.
Yeah. But and then he just appears. He just Chris Angel's like just.
Yeah. Also looked like Willy Wonka. He was just like, hey,
he did. He was dressed almost like a Willy Wonka type character.
He was gonna like do a backflip.
Maybe they don't like customers.
It's very weird.
Oompa Loompas are coming out with wax figures.
Well, that's what the wax figures are. He's got the one little and the one huge guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the door opens, and now you're part of the.
But yeah, he Chris Angel that shit up.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then he invites the girls. We're having a private party. We can only have 6.
He invited. Well, yes, you're right.
He said we can only have 6. We later find out why it's 6.
Yeah.
Satan.
And we're carrying with the 80s theme of a creepy older man inviting high school girls and boys to come to his house at midnight.
And to a house that's a business in the middle of the suburb.
In the residential area.
Yeah, because they must have just had this house that they could get to.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh, people come to this all the time. You didn't see anybody coming to that.
Well, yeah. In fact, we were just saying it's kind of a weird place to have one.
But also, too, we couldn't figure out, the class is laid out like a college professor, but then they walk through the school and there's like lockers like a high school.
Yeah.
They're in their 30s.
And everybody was walking into the house. It was like all teachers or they were just old
and
students.
And they're smoking nonstop. I'm saying they're in college because they were smoking nonstop.
Like every time they put a cigarette out, they put another one in.
Exactly. But the way that the mom talked to the kid at the beginning, he's reading a comic book. No, you can't have coffee until you're grown up. Like it makes it seem like he's in high school. But then she says something like, were you drinking with the butler or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, one has to keep the distance between them and us.
Well, because the butler hands him, when he hands him coffee, he's like, here's your coffee. I mean, your caffeine.
Yes.
Because he won't call it coffee because his mom won't let him have coffee.
Yeah, and he's like addicted to that because he's like, hey, give me that. He didn't find, the other stuff.
But they invite 6, so they go, and it's all that teen drama that really just drags a movie, so we don't need to go. We don't need to go on. It's like, you're dating the football player, but
and they love sitting on the bleachers with the Pepsi can.
That would be an '80s commercial, wouldn't it? An '80s Pepsi commercial. They just start dancing there.
Being capable of doing that as well. Don't do it, Superman. You've only got one life, man.
Yeah.
Music video.
Yeah, we're waiting for a commercial to break out of like a Pepsi commercial because it's shot like such a weird shot. It's almost like, well, we have the stand, but everything else looks really bad, so we're only going to put the camera here and we're going to lock it down.
Punch in right here and just have them do the scene.
Yeah, it's also too like we don't have a lot of film, so we're just going to shoot it one shot. We're not going to do any cut-ins, nothing, just one shot.
Yeah.
And they do that, and they decide, whatever, they're going to go do it. They're going to go to the wax museum. And 6 of them are going to go, but why they're going there, 2 of them just like, fuck it, we're not going. We're going home.
Well, no, it was like they got to the door, and then they chickened out.
That's what I mean, yeah.
And it was like,
we're
they
out.
didn't even like, they was like, I'm out.
No, just doesn't feel right, guys.
Women.
Yeah.
But, then they show up later.
Yeah.
They
did. They showed up later.
Yeah, but they just,
on their own. But yeah, they knock on the door, and the little guy from I don't know.
Say it. Go ahead. The plane.
Yeah. Is it him?
Yeah. What movie was he? What other movies was he in? Because he's so familiar.
We were expecting more.
I don't know. Like maybe a David Lynch movie. Is that the little? No, that's a different little guy from David Lynch.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of different things.
But he welcomes them in. Asks if they want a drink. They say no while the other guy's lighting up a cigarette inside.
Sitting down. Yeah.
And then
that was weird.
Then the big butler comes in, and the little guy goes, "I didn't tell you to come in. Get out!" and pushes him out. really weird. Like
very weird.
Yeah.
And he reminded me of like Wednesday or
Lurch.
Like
Lurch, yeah.
Like totally that character, but even taller. Jesus.
But like even like later in the movie, when we get into like this movie has a lot of those like throwbacks. They probably was a reference to Lurch.
Absolutely.
Because like the whole thing like was just references at the reference. Like the guy who wrote and directed this is a B movie. Like he said Hellraiser 3.
Yeah. He's a B movie guy.
B movie guy, and B movie guys love paying tribute to stuff that influenced them.
Totally.
And this movie was definitely like you had the Wolfman who came in, you had Dracula, you had
the Mummy,
the
zombies.
The Night of the Living Dead, like straight
up Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, right away I felt like Cabin in the Woods. Like it was the same kind of like thing where there's so many little
decades
things.
before that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like Cabin in the Woods, they pulled from that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
that concept.
Little Shop of Horrors was another one. There's just so many that you could tell that he was really paying tribute. This is more of a tribute movie than anything, but
sure.
Yeah, and that's when they're looking at the Wax Museum, and the one guy, we didn't learn his name because he died pretty much quickly, but they don't really say his name, but the guy who we've seen in a bunch of things and all that, he decides he wants to get a closer look at Wolfman.
Which they don't show you what he's watching now, which I thought was kind of neat.
I thought he dropped his lighter.
He did.
He went to light a cigarette.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
he flicked his lighter accidentally on purpose, very far away from himself.
Well, which was also into a hay barrel, like it was all hay on the ground, but they didn't go that way. But
yeah, you were exploding a fire because
And
you're
he's like,
fucking
they
power
won't
maniac.
know if I just go and get my lighter.
Right.
Yeah. And then he goes through.
And it's a neat effect, especially for like a really low budget like 80s, like the effect when when you cross the red velvet rope, we find out you end up in a new place. We don't know yet. He crosses in.
It's very Stargatey.
Yeah, and he's got long hair and he's like, what the hell is this? Looking around, he's like, China, you put LSD in my drink again.
Which he's the only one that actually like questions what the hell had just happened.
Because I think all the other ones wanted to go in. He just accidentally went in.
Yeah,
sure.
Who put the acid in my drink again? China.
So he goes and he's trying to figure out what he is, and he's like, well, this is just a hologram. This is a really good trick. He's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna play along.
Yeah.
And he sees a cabin, much like this one.
Yeah. Yeah. The lighting though, like I meant to say that about the lighting. The blue light that was coming through both the windows were going at different angles.
Yes, yeah,
and
yep,
it killed
I noticed
me.
that, yep,
I wanted to say it during the movie, but I was like, what the hell?
But they only showed it like once, and I was like,
Yes,
when it comes up again, I'll say something.
Oh, it's so funny because I wanted to say it too, but
and they
it
never
came up
show it again. Yeah, I hate that. Yeah, it's like, wow, the moon. There's two of them. Yeah, and
it was such a blue light, which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't, but just get the angle right.
And that's when John Rhys Davies shows up.
I know your father was my dearest friend, but you can do nothing to help me.
Because we hear his voice before.
Which you did.
He's in that movie for such a short amount of time.
I know.
Yeah, I always saw him in Sliders.
In Sliders, Indiana Jones. I mean, he was in Lord of the Rings, which I've never really seen, but I know he's in it.
It was a good the.
Or was it The Hobbit? Or both of them?
Both. I don't think he was in The Hobbit.
One of them. I don't. One of those. Yeah.
Sure.
But and then we find out that or as thing goes on, it's actually he turns into a werewolf. He bites our character, and then two old guys come in. They drop the silver bullets on the floor, struggle for like.
But they were just the worst actors, I think, in the world.
They weren't actors. They were just like, oh, we need two old guys. Let's just go get them off the street.
Shoot a gun? Great.
Yeah.
Come here.
Can you say like silver bullet? Okay, good. You're hired. And they shoot the werewolf, and they after that our character starts turning into a werewolf, which I thought when the werewolf that bit you gets killed, you stop. I thought that was the lore, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Isn't that the werewolf lore?
That
like
seems like
if you kill the werewolf that killed you or that bit you, the curse is broken.
I think that's just vampires.
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's vampire lore.
That was the lore in kind of the lore in American Werewolf in London, that all the dead guys stay alive are living dead until he's dead. Because remember, his friend who he killed is like, you've got to die. I'm a rotting living dead corpse until you die.
The last remaining werewolf must be destroyed.
But whatever. But all right, he turns in and they shoot him with a silver bullet. And then you pull back, and now he is the wax exhibit,
which was cool.
Yeah,
you kind of saw it coming, but because you saw the wax, the different displays, and you could tell it was like people getting murdered in every one of them, which was kind of odd of a wax museum. Like, hey, we're gonna just murder everybody in here.
But you kind of see like, oh, you kind of get the idea of like, oh, like they're using this black magic, this satanic magic to create the wax.
Yeah, instead of making them wax, which I guess they had the wax vat in the back,
They were wax because remember later he cuts the girl's face. She was covered in wax.
They didn't make them wax. The black magic, whatever voodoo, made them wax.
Well, maybe they had the wax vat to cover their tracks, so if anyone comes questioning,
it look like they're making wax figures. Got it.
To be safe.
Well, when the guy cut some of her face off, they coat them in wax, I guess, at some point.
Right.
The magic coats them in wax.
Sure.
Yeah. Something coats them in wax.
Yeah. Well, we jump to the 5 o'clock shadow beard cop who has a 5 o'clock shadow beard and then nothing.
There's no cops are blonde. I just don't feel like there's a cop that's blonde in movies. Like,
yeah, it's weird. It was weird.
I was trying to think of somebody that was blonde, but I can't think of him. It was a cop. Anyway. But yeah, he started with a beard or a slight 5 o'clock shadow, and then he became beard.
But it was like a perfect 5 o'clock shadow, like a perfect straight lines. Like it was
fake.
It was very well groomed. Like for a rugged cop, it was supposed to have a 5 o'clock shadow. It was like groomed perfectly. Like all right, and that's when it's like, and then the next time they show him, it's like it just grew out. Like
yeah,
that must have been a long car ride.
Yeah.
From the station.
But we go back to where now that we see them in the wax museum, Zach is looking like where they go. He's looking for him, and then that's when the girl ends up in the vampire in the vampire one.
She didn't ever question that she's in this fucking world. She just accepted it. The other one was like, "Oh shit, I'm on drugs, man."
So she's looking at it. She's really fascinated. And that's when the velvet rope falls on its own. And she's like, what is this? And walks in. And then she's in a vampire one. And they feed her. Again, I didn't know vampires were cannibals because they fed her raw. She thought it was steak. We find out it's some guy's leg.
I mean, it looked like sweet and sour chicken to me.
Yeah. And then poured blood. Do you want any gravy or sauce? And
yeah, they put more sauce on the soup. Yeah. I was like, okay, just so we could show that you're eating blood.
Yep. And then she sneaks out and finds out the guy in the basement who apparently knows her, like in the story, not in her real, but in the story of the vampires.
Yeah, they seem like they knew her.
Yeah.
The Count is the vampire. They all are. You have to destroy them.
And she then, you kill him. So she kills a bunch of them, stabs them. And then the head vampire, I guess it was supposed to be Dracula, I guess.
He lays her down on that comfortable staircase.
Yep. And
gives her sweet nothing teeth.
Yep. And then they cut back out, and now that's the wax figure of him biting her on the stairs, which was, it was fun. And then they cut back to Zach again. He's like, oh, now what? China's gone. And the little person tells him like, oh yeah, well, your two friends, they were in love and they left. They were all lovey-dovey and left. And Zach gets all pissy, like, first the football player, then this, and
it just seems like a red flag to me. I mean, like, there was no like backstory to that. Like, they didn't actually do that.
Well, no, but it got Zach and them out.
Sure.
And then,
but they didn't question that fact. That's all.
Well, no, because she was making out with a football player or whatever. So of course he thinks like he's all jealous about it. Gotcha. So that's why they set up the football player. It was stupid, but it set it up so that he would fall for this.
Gremlin's guy was really jealous of everybody.
Correct.
He wanted all the women.
No, Mark.
See, this is the teen drama that just bored me.
Yeah.
But it was set up so that he would leave the wax museum.
Yeah.
And then the next day, everyone's calling, where is she? Where is he? They didn't come home last night. And that's when he's like, something strange is afoot at the Wax Museum. We got to go figure this out.
Circle K, man.
Yes.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
He leaves. Like, there's no one here, no one here. So he goes to the cop, tries to tell the cop, Mr. Bearded Cop. Cop doesn't care.
Doesn't believe him.
Doesn't believe him. But goes with him, because then they go in and he's like, watch, a little person with a weird helium voice will answer. And then the main guy answered, the main British guy, like in a
like a tennis outfit
or
something.
Exactly, yeah, like a rich guy, like the only thing he didn't have was he was wearing a sweater instead of having it tied around his shoulders. Kind of. And he takes him on a tour, but he tries, like, the cop was like, again, smoking like nonstop, but he sees the Egyptian one. He's like, ooh, what is this? And he tries to shove him in to it, which was really funny because like it's a sarcophagus sitting there, and he shoves him. When he shoves him, it's like he's going face first into that thing.
But he like shoved him pretty hard, and he like caught himself, and he didn't question the fact that the guy just touched him.
And tried to shove him into that. Yeah, like,
he just was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm going now.
Yep. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
What was really weird though, then he goes like back to the police station. He like pieces it all together. All these kids are missing, and like really bad editing flashes. All these kids are missing, and they all look like the Wax Museum.
Figures.
Damn it, I'm going back.
Oh, I must have tuned out on that.
Oh
one.
yeah,
I don't remember
yeah. And that's when he goes back and looking around, and then he ends up in the mummy one.
Yeah,
and that
was really funny because when he get thrown into the mummy one, the mummy was like,
yeah. But it was also too like the one where the girl was sitting like she just sitting there screaming with like her legs, like the way she like sat down, like I think it was one of you comment on like how she was sitting on the side like with her knees up, like
oh yeah, she was like
that was like such a weird placement, and just the whole there was like a lot of weird misplaced
it wasn't showing
things
anything,
then.
but it was just like what are we shooting this person like that for?
Yeah, it was almost like he had like instead of a foot fetish, he had a knee fetish. Like you got to do this. I want to see both your knees at the same
your
time.
pantaloons.
Yeah. But then, so the cop ends up in it with the mummy and the weird sitting girl. They both end up in that. And what else happens?
I mean, you kind of forgot the whole tie thing. This guy has like a fetish for ties, the British guy.
I'm kind of jealous of his tie versus mine.
Yeah, it's a little better flair. And he looks very much like your ties. Yeah. Like he changed ties every time you saw him.
Yeah,
it was pretty amazing.
Some big
some bow ties.
I was jealous of his ties.
Tie aficionado.
Yes.
Big tie guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if that was mattered.
It was important because he had some pretty.
They did it for a reason.
It is important.
So,
I don't know what happened next.
Did you guys watch the movie?
I mean, you're reminding us, like, you are much better at recounting this stuff.
But I'm already out of order because then they go back.
So we did 2 deaths. We had the Wolfman and we had the mummy.
Shit, now you interrupt me. Now I forgot where I was.
Sorry. We were breaking through the back door.
Well, no. We were in the attic getting information, and then he found his grandfather's friend who's still alive. And his grandfather's friend is an expert. Dumps the whole thing about Satan, how he has to create 6 displays with 6 people by the 6th day or something, and those 3 6s now they all come to life, and then they get out of the museum and they take over the world with Satan.
Your grandfather and I were fascinated by all that horror stuff.
Yeah, and
then you need to stop that. And he's flying around the whole time during this exposition dump in a wheelchair in like the flattest lighting, so it just looks bad. It looks like they're like, all right, we're just gonna put 2 floodlights up and you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it was out of focus half the time.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
but that's the exposition dump. So that's when then they go sneak in, do your jump scare. And while they're sneaking in, their 2 friends who skipped out earlier are now getting sucked in. One gets sucked into the guy. Oh, he just gets sucked in and then he just appears dead.
He was the Aryan guy.
Yeah, the dagger.
Which I kind of like that they didn't do that. I liked that they went straight to them becoming wax figures and not went through the whole story again.
I think you're right. I think they left early because they did it that way because they just didn't have the budget to do 2 more.
Yeah. Totally, because every time they go into a new scene, you have to create that whole world. That's a whole new set. That's a whole new...
Yeah. Oh, man, did you see... Like, it was supposed to be, like, really intricate, like, concrete work on there. It was just a painting. Oh, that was so... Oh.
I mean, all those things look just like flat put together.
Exactly.
That whole hallway was like just flats lashed together.
And I don't know if you noticed, but the actors who were the vampires were also the actors who were the Victorian.
I didn't notice that because there was a time where I was like, I recognize that guy.
Yeah, it was the same 2 guys. It was the same 2 girls. They just reused the actors.
Just put a different wig on them.
Yeah.
Just a different main, but the same secondary. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it also makes sense in the movie. It's or in the kind of the lore itself. It's like, and yeah. So and then the girl I think does the same thing. She just goes into one and die and just
but you see
appears.
them become wax figure, which I liked. I think that was neat because they didn't show that kind of happen on the other one. They just
And then why the Zach and Real Genius Girl sneak in. He's trying to set it on fire because the uncle or the grandfather friend told him he needs to burn the ones down that haven't been made yet.
Come on, we have to burn the victimless displays.
Yeah, it brings some Zippo lighter.
Yeah, Zippo lighter fluid.
And we're going to have to burn each one out because if we burn the outside of the building, they were going to get arrested for arson.
Yeah.
Right. They douse the flames and we get arrested for arson.
Which was crazy to me. I was like, what?
You only
had to go in to burn
you only get arrested for arson if you burn the outside. The inside's fine.
Yeah, you only get if you go inside and burn each one with the little 2 bottles of Zippo lighter fluid I have.
Yeah. But while he's doing, he's yelling at her like whatever name, hey, Real Genius Girl, Real Genius Girl. And she's just not responding. Real Genius Girl, hey.
She got hypnotized by
the Frenchie. Yeah.
Marquis de Sade.
Yes. Yeah. And she walks in. The velvet rope falls again, and she walks in, and she ends up just getting whipped and tortured and loves it.
Well, she automatically was okay with the situation too. She must have like you said, brainwashed or something.
Yeah, because he was yelling at her and she wasn't answering. She was hypnotized by the display.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go in there, and he's the French guy's whipping her
with feathers. Apparently.
Oh yeah.
No marks on the back. No.
She's gonna die from like having like feathers rubbed on her back, whatever. But
she did have orgasm, so
yeah. And then the French, I guess the French king or prince wants him to kill her because, sure.
Want to see this whole diet the way now.
And while he's doing that, that's when Zach is in the Night of the Living Dead,
which I liked. That
was
a cool
good.
One.
They went to shit to black and white, and it was good. And while he's in there, he finds the border, and he can't get out, and he realizes, wait, this is all fake. And much like a Nightmare on Elm Street, if I don't believe in you, you can't hurt me.
If I don't believe in you, then you don't exist. Shit, I hope I'm right.
I guess that's why the zombies looked at him like
they all stopped. They're like, well, yeah, they're all stopping.
What are you doing?
Yep. Exactly.
What are you doing?
I think one of the zombies said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, they all just stopped, which I thought was all right, cool.
Figuring out how to take power away, you know?
Yep.
And then he said, yeah. So then when he realized it was all fake and they had no power, he was able to walk through the border and get back out. And then when he realized that, okay, she's in that one, and he goes in the other display to rescue her. But when he gets in there, she's being whipped.
Don't be angry. Just because she had her first orgasm at the end of a whip.
He's so mad. He's so mad about her getting whipped and enjoying it.
Right.
He's really butthurt about that.
Yeah.
Which, I guess if I was in this situation, I'd be like, damn, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. But when he unhooked her.
Yeah, looked at her like she was a whore.
Right, but no, when he unhooked her, remember she went out and wrapped her I don't want to leave. Don't let him take me. And she just didn't want to leave because she was really, really into being whipped.
Or she was brainwashed because that was a whole thing.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. But it's fun to say.
Which I guess the French Revolution was about brainwashing. And
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I thought it was about beheading, but
sure.
Yeah,
they brainwashed people to get beheaded.
Yeah.
It all started when you looked into the display.
And that's when he tells her, like, you're not into this. You don't like this. They have no power over you. You can't just believe that they're fit. They can't hurt you. And he hands the gun to him and says, see, watch, shoot me. You can't hurt me. And sure enough, he shoots him and doesn't hurt him.
Yeah.
And then he takes her hand. She realizes, and then they leave.
She realizes for a second, but then she's kind of like still under the spell, I feel like, a little bit.
No, but she reaches out to him. He puts his hand and she reaches out. And
she really liked that whipping.
She did. She did. She wanted to be whipped to death. She actually said she wanted to be whipped to death, but...
Nice. I'm not here to kink shame, you know?
No, of course.
Yeah. What she likes, good.
Yeah,
Good
but
for
the
her.
death that's a little...
I mean, it's a one-trick pony. But
You're right there. Blood.
And that's when they get out, and then all of a sudden, that's the tall guy, the little guy, and the guy who runs the Black Museum grab him and hold him, and they're gonna kill him because now they have all 6 displays.
Yes.
They don't need these 2. They're like, well, we don't need you. We got all 6.
Well, they needed 6 more. There was 18 or something, right? There was a total of like...
18, 6 equals 666. So,
a lot of numbers.
But they got all of them, so they're like, we don't need, we don't really need you no more. And while they're holding him, wheelchair guy... just kicks the door open somehow and shows up in like a decked out... Yeah.
It was like one of those cars.
A wheelchair with a cow catcher.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of go-karts going down the hill. What's that called?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the Red Bull, the Red Bull, yeah, the Red Bull race where they build their cars to go down there. Because it looked like it was built like it was going to hit something and just fall apart. It looked cardboardish, and they had like lightning bolts in the back, and it was like. Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, I will save the day with my village idiots.
Yeah, because why they show up, since all the displays are done, they're all coming to life. Yeah. And he's like, we can't let them out. They're going to take over if they get out. Let's kill them all before they get out.
Let's make sure that these wise asses are turned!
And that's when the big final battle starts, which is where all the throwbacks come in, because they show the Little Shop of Horrors, the zombies, the alien, the...
Mary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. Oh, yeah, that was a funny one because they throw the baby and it hits something and they shoot it and it explodes. It's like, God damn.
I just love the guy that came in with it looked like an empty gas can, plastic one. It was even people with the plastic cans.
You really like that because you kept saying that, there's the gas can again, there's the gas can again. You really like that one.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, burn somebody with it. Don't hit somebody with it.
Yeah, and... while they're fighting, all of a sudden, or right before the fight starts, wheelchair guy gives Zach, this was your grandfather's sword. And all of a sudden he turns into a master swordsman.
Oh, yeah.
Like
he learned that on the Gremlin set.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Gremlins were.
Yeah, because every time they closed the door, remember the sword fell? In the Gremlins movie, when they came home and they closed the door, the sword would fall. Wow. God.
No.
It all ties together.
Yeah. Sure, got it.
Well, that was a thing in Gremlins.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I can really remember Gremlins 2, because that was my favorite one.
And then, so then the fight's going on, and that's when the Marquis de Sade, the French guy who was whipping the girl, because he hurt Zach's feelings, he became like the main villain.
Yes.
Which was really weird. Instead of the Waxwork guy really being the main villain, for some reason, like this guy became like...
Yeah, the Waxwork guy kind of like disappeared for a bit.
He probably went back to film like, Tron.
Oh, he was back there in that wax room doing who knows what.
Yeah. He's an older guy. He probably was more expensive than everyone else too. So they like, all right, we got to put in a really he's the henchman, the pre-top villain.
Well, when he came into that wax room, he's hiding in the corner of light.
Oh yeah,
waiting for them. And the other guy's like the British guy's just sitting there like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, because like
you come here often?
Zach comes in to hide from the French guy with the sword, and he's hiding. And he's hiding in a corner with bright light on him, and the English main villain's down at the bottom looking like, you're hiding. Yeah, I can see you clear as day.
Yeah.
And then the sword fight happens, and Zach loses.
He loses a few times, I feel like.
Yeah, because he kept taking the sword away and giving it back.
He was like,
and then he fell in front of the wax vat. And French guy standing there with it to his throat, about to kill. Oh, and British guy goes,
oh yeah, it was like, what is this, Gladiator?
Yeah.
Kill the wimp.
Oh, they cut out, and he's got a hatchet in his back.
which is thrown by, I don't remember.
By Wheelchair Guy.
Oh, right. Yes, and then Wheelchair gets killed by.
And then British guy. Oh yeah! Oh fuck! I forgot. Yeah,
Werewolf
you're right.
guy comes.
Yeah, werewolf guy rips his head
all
off.
Catch on fire.
Yeah, werewolf guy rips his head off and then bursts into flames. Kind of like. I
think the flames were already happening, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Horace Pinker, just burned into flames, just caught up. See, it all connects.
Yeah.
And then British guy gets a gun out and starts shooting.
Yes, and then with your favorite part, the breakaway.
All the breakaway chairs, the breakaway railings, the practical effects were.
Oh yeah, the breakaway chair in the
kiss.
vampire one.
Oh,
you gotta
yes.
stab her. You gotta stab him with break the chair and stab him with
Yes.
and she goes over and just like puts her foot on the chair and it just shatters into pieces.
Which is such a weird room. Like, yeah, we're going back to that, but like, it's such a weird room. It was all white.
Yeah.
And they were obviously spraying blood all over the place. They're like, okay, we just got this one shot. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We don't have any more white costumes. So once we spray the blood and all the white costumes, we're done.
Yeah, and it was all pink.
Yeah,
it was like, oh man. But yeah. But that whole sequence, that whole
How did British guy get, because he's shooting the gun, how did he, I forget how he died.
He fell off the railing.
Yeah, but no, what's
the British guy? He gets put into the vat of
right, but what made him fall off? Because remember he was shooting the gun, and then when he was dying, he kept shooting as he was dying.
And somebody else shot him with the same pistol.
And he turned
But
away
I forget
so
who
they could
shot
have
him.
a
It was the same
step in.
pistol.
Yeah, because he's shooting the gun, and all of a sudden he turns around for no reason, and then they cut again, and you can tell it's a stunt guy who falls. Like, maybe? Oh, you know what? I might be wrong. Did French guy got the hatchet from the girl? The girl threw the hatchet at him.
Yeah, I think the wheelchair guy shot the
British
old
guy.
British guy.
Yeah, so I got that backward. Yeah, I got that wrong.
I do love it. There was a moment in all that madness where he had the shotgun, the main guy, Grimmon's guy had a shotgun and he shot it twice and then he realized he couldn't have it anymore. And I actually appreciate them not like just keep on shooting a double barrel shotgun.
And then
endless ammo.
Yeah.
Which was like the thing of the 80s, the endless ammo.
But that whole
or
sequence.
like you had the shotgun, it's a double barrel, obviously. He shoots it twice, and then they kind of cut away, and you hear it reload.
Well, that's
and
Armored
cut
Darkness.
back. Yeah,
At the beginning of Armored Darkness, he shoots it, and then you can hear the sound effect.
Yeah, you just hear it, yeah.
Because they forgot, oh shit, he has to reload.
But then, British guy falls in the wax, and then for some reason, Zach decides, I'm going to lean up against the back, against the wax. And he comes out.
It says the worst line ever.
What was it?
I don't remember. It was so bad. It was just like, oh, go back in there.
Yeah.
Go back in that water.
Would you like a closer look?
Oh, we did forget one. I gotta cut to this. The one scene where before the cop goes into the Egyptian display, he sees the vampire display, and he goes and starts picking at the wax of the girl, and then cuts through, and it looks like you see the muscle.
Yeah.
So he cuts that through, and has the hardest time putting it in his evidence bag, and just gives up and picks it up and throws it in. Like
it was like the prop guy was just like, you want me to do what?
I'm wondering if it was like they were trying to film like, all right, we have 4 seconds left on this roll of film, so we got to get it in there. And he's trying to put it in there. He's like 3, 2, fuck it. And they just had to rush it to get it in. Because I can't think of any reason why they would do that.
Nope.
Other than we got to get it in the bag before we run out of this canister.
Yeah. Which also makes confusing because like they obviously had muscle underneath the wax, but they were black magicked or whatever made into wax.
You're thinking way too deep into it. But then, so
yeah, stop making it try to make sense.
Oh, sorry.
They die, and Zach and Real Genius Girl end up happy, holding hands together.
Wait, can we go back to the
they escaped the fire
of that scene?
Of course we can.
It was so much of just mayhem going, and nothing really happening. And fight scenes, remember, like they were hitting each other but not hitting each other. There was no there was
same
some
sound
blood.
effect. Like everybody punching each other had the exact same sound. Almost like it was on a keyboard. They're just like, all right, punch, punch. It's the same sound effect over and over.
Tish,
Yep.
Wait, was this the movie that had that really bad sound effect? Or was that Shocker that was like the sound was horrible? We hated all the sound effects where it was just a computer.
Oh no, that was Shocker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shocker
We should
with
have back
the-
to that. Shocker was the okay. We're back on Shocker. No, Shocker was the one with this musical sting. Every time something happened, it sounded like he took the synth and went ding and threw it on the floor. He's like, yeah, bashing on
Threw
his
a
head.
cymbal
Yeah.
across the room and smashed the
Yeah.
keyboard.
Yeah. That really like that was a big thing in the 80s, but it was almost like, all right, we're gonna go over the top on it because that was a hard.
It was like
musical sting.
tropey almost.
But I think that's kind of how Waxwork ended. Then they kind of like went off, like they escaped the fire.
Yeah,
because they
there's
threw a
moment where
blanket over their
they were
head.
hanging each other. They were holding on each other like they were the heroes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that whole room that they were in at the end caught on fire.
Right. They threw a blanket over their head to escape.
Yeah, and then they had the little miniature model being burnt.
Oh, that's right, the house burned. And yeah, you're right. Like the one superimposed fire, you're like, oh god, that looked bad.
Yeah, it was
then they
that,
cut to a miniature, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah, little lighters in there.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's obviously a miniature, but it was kind of cute.
It was a good miniature.
Yeah, I respect like miniature fire and water are always impossible to do right because you slow it down to make it look bigger, but it just never feels and looks right. But the model looked good and
the
it
flame
looked better
is
than
always,
that's what I mean.
Flame is always the wrong size. Yeah.
You slow it down to make it look larger to add more weight to it. Let's say fire and water both, but it just never breaks the same but it looked better than the superimposed piece because that looked really bad. They should have just cut that out. I don't know why they left that in.
Yeah, I mean,
that was something like
it's like the waterbed scene in Shocker where he jumps into the water and
yes, but
like completely unnecessary.
Yeah, like we didn't need that shot.
No,
cut.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones like, well, the producer's probably like, well, we paid for that optical effect, we're gonna use it. It's like, but it looks bad, but we paid for it. We gotta have it in. Or the guy who did the optical effect was the producer's brother-in-law. Well, you can't cut my scene out.
Yeah.
But at the end of Waxwork was then just going outside and watching the building burn. Is that what I remember?
Yeah, credits started rolling as the building was burning, I think.
Yep.
There was
and
no,
it was
like,
just the two of them. Just the one guy and the one girl survived.
So that's the key. Just burn down the building and get all the evil out.
Because they had to kill they killed their friends. Because like remember he killed him and she's like, because China tried to bite him because she was a vampire and crazy uncle killed her
and said she's been dead for a long time.
While, yeah. Oh no, it wasn't crazy uncle. It was
the butler.
Butler.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy because they weren't dead for a long time. They were dead for like I don't know.
Well, there's no time frame in the movie. It could have been a week. It could have been a month. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. It's getting late. But I think that's the whole movie. Kind of went on it. Now we get to the two questions. You went first last time. Would you like to go first this time?
Sure.
Questions are the same two. Would you watch it again, and would you recommend?
I would totally watch it again. I thought it was pretty well done. I liked the art side of the movie. I liked the sets. I liked the way that it was edited in a semi-cohesive fashion so that like the story had like flow and plot and movement. But what really does it for me is like they had all the little scene vignettes that then went into like a bigger scene, and that was like a fully thought out world. It didn't feel like you were it felt like you were in like a dreamscape version, but it didn't feel like they phoned it in. It feels like that was like super intentional. And I just enjoyed that whole methodology, and I liked all the practical effects. They used a lot of the fire and the blood and the smoking and the haze and all that stuff that I really like to see in a horror movie or really in any movie. I definitely recommend it for people to watch. I think it's a really great cross section of like an 80s horror flick where it's not. I don't think it holds up to today's standards of horror movies. Like you definitely feel like you're watching an older movie. But it still has some parts in it that you're like, okay, this isn't completely neutralized by technology. This isn't a story that couldn't be written today or couldn't be made today. Like if they made a Waxwork today and they just did it shot for shot remake just with modern technology, I'd totally watch that too, because I think the story is pervasive outside of the whole like technology aspect or anything. And then they go and they pay homage to all of the great horror genres of all time. So even if you don't know all of them, you're at least going to see one thing and be like, oh, I recognize this, or I know what that is, and the broadness of it kind of brings an accessibility where it's not just like one thing. You know, you could like almost anything and watch this movie and be like, all right, that was decent. I see what they're doing.
And the final battle scene was such chaos that you watch it again, you'd probably see more monsters that you didn't see because you didn't see the first time.
Totally. The only gripe I have with the movie is like every story, I feel like they probably could have cut out some fluff and put in some more like driving elements that would have actually like built the story.
That's probably budgetary.
Probably budgetary, but also like of the time, you know, it's just we have film and this is what we're doing, and if we didn't get it on the day, we're not going to do a reshoot. We're just going to edit around what we have and make the best of what we have.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Ross?
I definitely watched it again. I actually liked it better, like more than I thought I would again. And it's I like the campiness of it. And the only thing I didn't really care for was the TV style. They shot it in, but it actually contrasted well with the vignettes, and that's what I really liked. Like you said, is just the going into these worlds. And if they did remake it or did something similar, it would be really cool to just explore that. Because I've always wanted Cabin in the Woods to explore that situation where they have all these different things and to really dive into that. Maybe make it a little less cheesy, but it was 80s, so like. Yeah.
Would you like it? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. Yeah, because I think it is one of those movies you should see as that genre, that 80s. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I liked it.
For me, it's very rare that I don't recommend a movie that I put on the show, because that's kind of why I put it on the show, because I'm recommending you guys to watch it. So of course I would recommend most people to watch it. This one, my only gripe about it was kind of the same thing. It's very TV-ish stylish. It's very like flat lighting. The cinematography was garbage. Where Shocker was the opposite. The cinematography was actually pretty good. Like everything looked really good. The dream sequences, we kept saying that's a lot of blue light. Well, it was intentional. It was supposed to be a dream sequence, so it really kind of emphasized. It's like the cinematography from Shocker was really good. The cinematography for this was just absolute garbage. The story flow was good, but the editing was even worse. It was really choppy. It was really like very amateurish. Like I said, like right when the person would talk, it would cut to them. When people would move, you didn't see the movement to establish the world, to establish the position. It was just like, okay, we're gonna cut to this person being here. Well, they were just there. That doesn't make sense. I'll do an example. So that was the weak spot. But the reason I picked these two is both of them, I think, had the same thing. Great concepts, average execution.
Yeah,
I think both had cool concepts. I think Waxwork could, like you said, if they remade it today, Cabin in the Woods kind of remade it. But they could do this where, like, the sets would be bigger. The sets would, even the vampire one, you could see the one where they tried to do a matte painting.
Yes.
But the matte painting was garbage because matte paintings are expensive.
Yes.
And it just kind of more is like a blurry matte painting. And, like, stuff like that, like they could make the really cool sets, the really cool vignettes, and that Waxwork could be a really cool movie. So, like, both of these, do I like it? Yes. Will I watch it again? Of course. It's been years since I've seen it, and it was goofy, and I enjoyed it. I won't watch it again for a while, but I'll watch it again. Do I recommend it? Yeah, not strongly. Not one of my strong horror movies to recommend. I would definitely personally recommend Shocker over Waxwork, because I think it has more to offer. Because Waxwork just had a cool story, but the execution really hinders it from my recommendation. Yeah. So, of course, we all recommend it because we're all horror nerds. It's Halloween, it's the season. But I recommend it, but a weak recommendation.
Now, what if Waxwork 2 is, like, amazing?
So, Waxwork 2, I just remember Bruce Campbell in. So, of course, anything Bruce Campbell's in, I'm going to recommend.
Totally.
I mean, even Burn Notice, one of the cheesiest shows on TV, I've watched that series twice. Like Burn Notice is great. Anything Bruce Campbell's in.
True.
So I'm probably going to recommend that, even if I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've even finished the whole thing, but oh, sorry. But yeah, that's it for that. So I think that's a wrap on our Halloween special. I know everyone. Well, I doubt everyone's been waiting for it, but I'm your Huckleberry.
Oh man.